Hello and welcome to Saturday Night Gaming with Mark W and Rob Bob. I am Mark W and
I'm Rob Bob.
this is Rob Bob. He is my son, and we do this stream almost every week on Saturday nights at 9:15 p.m. And tonight, by the way, you can see we do all kinds of games, but tonight we're going to play a game book for you. And usually when you think of game books, you think of things like Fighting Fantasy or Lone Wolf. What you don't think of is Sonic the Hedgehog. Usually that character's in the realm of video games. But I learned of these adventure game books, as they're called, of Sonic the Hedgehog, and I thought that this would be fun to try. As you can see, it has Sonic and Tails and the villain Robotnik and whatever this thing is, some kind of a parakeet or something.
Bird.
Um, but yeah, Stu is here. Hello, Stu. Stu said this had better be good. I don't know if it's gonna be good. I have no idea. But as you can see, this is a number two in a series. First of all, it seemed like there were a couple of series, but this one I found a site that reviewed a bunch of them, and they said this one was one of the better ones, and that it had a lot of good humor and pop culture references to TV shows and movies and things. So I said, sure, why not? Let's go for that one. And Stu said that's Mark the Macaw. Okay, it smells like a number two. Also, he said. Okay. Well, we'll see. Maybe it'll be good. But yeah, I have an overhead cam as usual when I do game books, so we can roll dice in this dice tray, and I have the character sheet ready. The character sheet has two characters, both Sonic and Tails, and as you can see, we have various stats. There are six of them. Six of the main stats, which are speed, strength, agility, coolness, quick wits, and good looks. Also, there are lives, which are your lives. If you lose all three lives, you are done for. Rings are just like in the video game. You collect them, and when you get 100 rings, Rob Bob's looking at a strange looking bug on the ceiling. I don't know what it is. Anyway, we'll have to worry about that later. Hopefully, it doesn't kill us in the meantime. But yeah, you can get rings. If you collect 100 rings, you get an extra life, just like in the video
You
game.
could kill it.
And if you ever get harmed, you lose all your rings, just like in the video game. I think his carcass dropped onto my lap. It's a fun way to start the stream with some bug swatting. Anyway, yeah. So that's the gist of how it works. But let's go over the intro to the book and see what it says. And Ryan is here. He said this is the most anticipated stream of the year. Yeah, we've been chatting about this one a lot in the Mark W and Rob Bob Discord channel. But yeah, let's get into this. Now, for one thing, this by the way, this is pricier than you would think. I had my eye on this on eBay and other places for a while, and eventually I found it for $30, and that was like the steal, so I jumped on that. But originally though, it went for 3.99 Great Britain pounds in the UK, and you can see it has the currencies for Australia and Canada too, but not the US. It is by Fantail Publishing. I don't know who they are, so I googled them quick. I looked up Fantail Books, and I found like a one-person publishing company in New Zealand. I don't think it's them anymore. This place probably went under or something like that. Yep, I paid $30 too. You better believe it. It included shipping at least. But here's a little bit of the publishing info. Fantail Books, published by the Penguin Group. There's a New York and England Penguin Books, and there's Canada, New Zealand, blah blah blah. Published in 1993. Text copyright James Wallace, and illustrations by Arcadia 1993. And then Sonic the Hedgehog is copyright Sega Enterprises, etc. Please don't bang the table, Rob. And here's an interesting little blurb I saw. It says, except in the United States of America, this book is sold subject to the condition that it shall not, by way of trade or otherwise, be lent, resold, hired out, or otherwise circulated without the publisher's prior consent, blah, blah, blah. Seems to indicate that in other countries besides the US, you can designate a book is not allowed to be lent out in libraries and stuff like that. So I thought that was interesting. Well, let's get into it now. Get right into the intro. But yeah, because this was relatively expensive for a game book, I'm trying to be pretty careful with when I hold up the book with these arms, because I'm afraid I might mess up the book. When I was playing a fighting fantasy book recently, I remember we were talking about, hey, try not to damage the book too much, but I was kind of like, I don't care too much. But I don't know, I paid a lot paid a lot for this one. I want to treat it decently. So what are you guys talking about? Stu said they have a bunch of books by Fantail. They primarily made adult choose your own adventure books. Oh, cool. All of their books involve Tails. That's why they agreed to do the Sonic series. And Ryan says there's no shortage of Sonic slash fiction on the internet. Do you mean fan fiction? All right. Um, let's get into it. We got an introduction here. This is not a normal book. It is a game book. You don't read through it like a normal book, starting at the first page and ending with the last. Instead, Zone Rangers lets you decide how Sonic and Tails will solve puzzles, collect rings, defeat their enemies, release their friends, and put an end to the sinister schemes of Dr. Robotnik. If you make the right choices, they'll win. If you make the wrong choices, well, that's too horrible to think about. Before you start playing the game, read through the simple rules on the next few pages. The rules are almost exactly like the ones in the other Sonic gamebook Metal City Mayhem. But read through them because there are a few differences. You also need one ordinary die and a pen or pencil. We happen to have a few dice. I figured we would get a blue one for Sonic, an orange one for Tails, and then a sinister looking die for the enemies, Dr. Robotnik and his crew. And Stu says, I've been reading a copy of Jules Verne novel from 1873. If you think you're worried about ruining that one, geez. Are you serious? Wow. I wouldn't want to touch it. I would like probably wear rubber gloves and be very careful. I wouldn't like, lounge in bed with it or anything. That's cool though, Stu, if you have that. Um, yeah, so let's see. Playing the game. In Zone Rangers, you help to guide Sonic and Tails through the action. Every so often, they will need advice, and you must help them out. Their adventure will succeed or fail depending on your choices. The book is divided into 300 sections, each one with a number. The first one is 1, the last one is 300, but you don't read through them in order. Instead, each section ends with several different things that Sonic and Tails could do next, and a number for each option. Once you have decided what you want Sonic and Tails to do, turn to the section with that number as the standard game book stuff so far. So turn to that number and read it. It's basically saying, pretty obvious. Continue doing this until you have either finished the adventure or come to a game over along the way. Before you start, you have to decide how good Sonic and Tails are at doing certain things. Everybody knows that Sonic's very fast and very cool, but do you know exactly how cool or how fast? Very cool and very fast. This is your chance to decide. What is he like?
You make him really slow.
You could make Sonic very slow. It's very silly in that way. If you turn to pages 12 to 13 and 14 to 15, I pretty much distill that into this character sheet here. They have two pairs of pages, one for Sonic and one for Tails. They're exactly the same, though, stats-wise. So I made this little thing in Google Sheets and printed it out, basically. What does it say? If you turn to those pages, though, you will find the vital statistics sheet for Sonic and Tails, a list of what they can do, what they are carrying, how many lives they have left, and how many rings they have collected, and a few other things. In the center of each page are Sonic's or Tails' abilities. There are 6 of these: speed, strength, agility, coolness, quick wit, and good looks. This has like more attributes than pretty much any other game book except a full-fledged RPG like Tunnel and Trolls or something. And what are you guys saying anyway? Stu said these are our children, Jules and Vern, and also very fast, not very cool at all. In the center of each page, yeah, we got those. Beside them is a description of the ability and a box, which is empty at the moment. Yeah, we could go through the description if it's worth it. I guess we might as well. But it's like speed is how fast you run. Sonic is really fast. Blah blah blah. Fill in Sonic's vital statistics sheet first. Read the descriptions of his abilities. Choose the one that you think he should be best at and write a 5 in that box. Put a 4 in the next best, a 3 in the third best, and 2 in all the rest. The different numbers show what Sonic's strengths and weaknesses are. Then do the same on Tails' sheet. Doing things. Some sections of the book will ask you to roll on one. Bear with me a moment. On one what? One coin? One toenail? Roll one toenail?
Ryan lost internet.
Ryan lost internet. Well, how are you typing then, Ryan? He lost it temporarily, presumably. Uh, to roll on one of Sonic or Tails' abilities to beat a particular difficulty number. This means that you should roll one die, add the number you've written by that ability, and compare the total to the difficulty number. If the total is equal to or higher than the difficulty, Sonic or Tails has succeeded. Yes. If the number is lower, they have failed. Oh no. Follow the instructions in that section to find out what happens next. Sometimes the section will, you gotta stop bumping the table, please. Sometimes the section will give you other numbers to add to your roll, so read each one carefully. Fighting. Is this fighting fantasy? No, it's Sonic, but there's fighting. Sonic with fighting. Sonic and Tails can also use their abilities to fight enemies. Sometimes defeating them is so easy that you won't have to roll a die at all. But at other times you'll be asked to roll on a particular ability. Usually it's strength or speed. But it can be any of the others depending on the enemy and the type of attack. All of Sonic and Tails' enemies have a rating, a number usually between 4 and 10. To fight an enemy, roll one die and add it to whichever ability either Sonic or Tails is using in that fight. The section will tell you. If the number you roll is higher or equal to the enemy's rating, the enemy is beaten. Pow! If not, the enemy has a chance to strike back at Sonic or Tails. Roll a die and add it to the enemy's rating. If the total is more than 10, they have hit the relevant hero. Ouch. If the total is less than 10, the enemy has missed, and Sonic and Tails can attack again. Okay, so basically, it's going to give you a target number to hit. Say my speed as Sonic is 5, because he's Sonic. And it says, yeah, so if it says the target number is 8, I would add 5 to my number rolled 3. I met 8. I was equal to or greater than 8, so I succeeded in hitting the guy in the combat. But say I had rolled a 1, then I would have failed, and then the enemy would roll whatever its rating is. I guess it would say in the section. And then if its rating was 5, for example, and I rolled a 5, now 5 plus 5 is 10, therefore it would hit Sonic. And Sonic would drop his rings if he had any. And if he had no rings, he would lose a life. That's what it's about to say in the next page, I'm pretty sure. And we're pretty much getting to the end of the mechanics here. Sometimes Sonic and Tails will fight the same enemy at the same time. When this happens, add their two abilities together and add the total to your die roll. If it's higher than the enemy's rating, the enemy has been hit. Wham! Okay, if not, then the enemy strikes back by adding one die to its rating, trying to get higher than 15. If the roll is higher, roll a die to see who has been hit. So it's 50-50, Tails or Sonic. Alright, so let's check up in the chat real quick. Stu says, you just reminded me of the arcade game, The Main Event, when you said fighting. Okay, I don't know that game. I guess it's a wrestling game. Or is that a boxing game? Is the Main Event boxing? When Sonic or Tails is hit by an enemy or trap, this is basically what I explained, two things can happen. If they're carrying any rings, they lose them all and must try to get past the enemy or trap again. If they are not carrying any rings because they haven't found any yet, or because they haven't picked any up since the last time they were hit, they lose a life and must go back to earlier in the adventure to try again. The section will tell you where to turn. Sonic and Tails start the book with 3 lives each. If either of them loses all of his lives, you have failed and you must start the adventure again from the beginning. There are 2 ways to get extra lives. The 2 characters can find them concealed along the way, or if either Sonic or Tails ever has more than 100 rings at one time. I'm going to go with equal to or greater than 100 rings, even though it says more. Because that would be annoying to have to remember. You need to get 101 rings.
It probably won't matter.
Yeah, probably not a heck of a lot. And that's what the video game does. It's 100. They may also pick up new items along the way or lose some in the course of the adventure. Always write rings, lives, and new items down on Sonic or Tails' vital statistics and cross off the ones that they don't have anymore. That's everything you need to help Sonic and Tails through the perils that await them as they range across the zones of the planet Mobius and beyond. Now turn to section 1 and read on. Stu said it's not very realistic because they have multiple lives. Oh, that's true.
What, you don't?
Okay, if you want to read the description of all the stats there, here, I can do that real quick. Sonic's vital statistics: speed, Sonic's really fast. His training and his special shoes make him the fastest there is, and he loves the feeling of speed. He feels the need for speed, but that can lead to trouble. Sometimes he's going so fast he doesn't notice things, or can't see when he should stop, or even can't stop and collides with things. Strength. Sonic's pretty tough and he knows it. He can run all day and smash Robotnik's traps just by bouncing on them. But he relies on his strength too much and doesn't always think about problems. It's much easier to bounce on them. That attitude can put him in dangerous situations. So what I'm seeing here is he's not too smart. So maybe we should give him a low quick wits attribute or something. Agility. Sonic's a natural gymnast. Climbing, jumping, swinging, swimming, diving, exploring, he can do it all, and he loves to show off his abilities by exploring and going where his friends can't. But he must be careful. Just because he can't get into some places doesn't always mean he can get out again. Coolness. With those spikes and that attitude, how can Sonic be anything but cool? But he's cocky as well and thinks he can do things he can't. And sometimes he'd rather have fun than do something important that has to be done. He's a teenager. Quick wit. When something happens, Sonic's always the first to react to it, but he doesn't like hanging around and he hates waiting for things or people. Sometimes that means he's not prepared for what might happen next. Good looks. Sonic looks good. So it basically, if you look at each of these attributes, it basically says he's good in all of them, but I have to say which ones he's best at. I have to give one of these a 5, one of them a 4, one of them a 3, and then the remaining 3 all have 2. So I can't make him good at all these things. Anyway, Sonic looks good and he knows that when he meets people. If he's charming and polite, he can wow them. But he is a bit vain. He takes care of his appearance and doesn't like doing things that'll mess up his spikes or his trainers. And Ryan asks Stu, what's your coolness rating? And Stu says 4 on a scale of 1 to 10. Well, this is only 1 to 5 here, or 2 to 5. And the funny thing is it lists all these statistics again for Tails and has a different paragraph for each one. Tails is almost as fast as Sonic. In fact, if it wasn't for Sonic, he'd probably be the fastest creature on Mobius. But because he tries so hard to be better than his hero Sonic, he often doesn't notice things. So
It's the same thing, kinda.
here's my little
I think.
my little literary criticism. Yeah, it's all the same thing,
Yeah.
but it's different blurbs. My literary criticism is they use the word things too much. When you're casually speaking, we all say things, but we've encountered it so many places, like doing things, and here a few other things. That's not a good word. It's a weak word in my opinion. Anyway, let's keep going. Strength. Tails tries to be like Sonic and therefore likes to show how strong he is. He's good at smashing traps and bouncing on enemies, but he has a habit of getting things and making mistakes. Tails has one. This is agility.
Thing.
Sorry.
One thing.
Yeah, one. Tails has one thing that makes him a great gymnast. His twin tails. Oh, sorry. Ryan just informed us that a Sonic game book may not be the height of literature. That is true. But I don't know. I just remember like my English teachers in high school and stuff would have been like, use a better word here.
Use
Say
stuff sometimes.
stuff. I use stuff and things all the time, but if I was trying to write clearly and effectively, I would choose better words.
We'll just use less things and more stuff.
That's true. I should use more things and less stuff, or they should do it. So let's see. Agility. He has his twin tails. He can use them to hover like a helicopter, or with a quick flick, he can change direction or spin through the air. He's so proud of this that he shows it off too much, and sometimes he uses it when there are better things he could have done instead. Things. Coolness. Nobody's as cool as Sonic, but Tails tries hard, and he's been hanging around his hero for so long that some of it is beginning to rub off. There's no way that two bushy Tails will ever be as slick as, and streetwise, as cool blue spikes, but Tails is no slouch in this department. Why don't they just fix these stats? This is weird. I could make Sonic have a speed of 2, which is the lowest
Yeah.
possible. Anyway, eh, maybe it'll be fun to experiment if it's worth repeated plays. Tails isn't the quickest thinking guy on the planet Mobius, but he has his natural foxy reactions, and when danger threatens, he can sometimes move faster than Sonic. Act first, think later is his motto. they almost seem like the characters are the same. They're like impulsive and immature. They act quick and all that stuff, right? The way it describes each of them. Which would you rather cuddle up to, a spiky hedgehog or a smooth orange fox? It depends if the fox has rabies. Can they get rabies? Probably.
Probably.
With a sleek fur coat, two gorgeous bushy tails, that cute flick of hair, and his white whiskers. In fact, Sonic is everyone's favorite, but Tails tries hard. Okay, so, and by the way, they all have things, equipment.
They have things.
Most of them are red trainers and white gloves. So we can collect more things as we go, but that's what they start with. They both have the red trainers and white gloves. All right, well, I suppose it's time to begin. Let me take a quick sip of my fire water, no, regular water. And we are treated to this cool attitude illustration. Zoom out a little bit. So you can see the cool illustration of Sonic and Tails. Are they on the beach and they're watching TV with VHS tapes?
Yes.
How do you do that on the beach? Where are they plugging in?
The beach
Are they
outlets.
beach house? Are they watching Godzilla or
Godzilla.
something? Yeah, so why don't we actually come up with our stats and then we'll look at that paragraph. So Ryan says Stovetop Steve will never understand how much attitude there was in the 90s. And Stu says, why is Sonic so fat? If he's so fast, strong, agile, and good. He's fat? Did it say he was fat? Well, if we're talking 90s, then we had that word PHAT, fat. And that meant cool. You getting all this?
Yes.
All right.
Should I be writing this down?
You should be writing it down. If you're going to be in the 90s, you need to know fat. People would say, yo, that's mad fat. Mad means very, and fat
Yeah, I
means
know
good.
that.
Okay, anyway. All right, so, yeah, I mean, let's assign some attributes. I'm going to give Sonic five speed.
He's gotta have 5
He's
speed.
got to have 5 speed. That's just how it is. Um, I don't think he should be 4 in the strength department. He's not super strong or anything.
Should be 4 in the coolness.
Okay, 4 in coolness. And how about 3 in agility?
Mm-hmm.
And he's got 2 in everything else. There, that was fast. So he's top notch in speed, which makes sense. Then comes coolness, agility, and everything else he sucks at. Tails, on the other hand, he should not be speed 5. What should his 5 be, though? He's supposed to be like an 8-year-old or something, so he would probably be less strong than Sonic, if anything. But we could make him like Tails on steroids or something.
Just give him
I got
5 stars.
5. And Ryan says something about he eats all those chili dogs. Are chili dogs canon or just the cartoon? I don't know. Is the cartoon
I've only
canon?
seen them in the cartoon.
Yeah. Stu says, your mama's so fat she was wearing a Malcolm X jacket and a helicopter tried to land on her. Oh, snap. I remember that particular joke. And also, Ryan says Stu wore overalls with one strap down in the 90s. I usually saw girls wearing that. I guess he's saying Stu is a girl. But anyway, what is Tails' exceptional ability? Well, I don't know.
He's
You want to go with strength?
sure.
Super strong Tails. Okay. How about 4 can be something that Sonic has a 2 at? So quick wits or good looks?
I don't know.
Let's do quick
Quick
wits.
wits.
He's very quick-witted. And then 3 can be good looks. He's like the anti-Sonic. Then we got 2
Doing everything else.
and everything else. All right, so we got our Sonic and Tails stats on the board. Got to make my resize sound effects. Okay. Over to paragraph 1. All right, get ready for some high quality literature and the word things a lot. The word, I had a 4th grade teacher who said you shouldn't say a lot. You should come up with a better
Like
word than a lot.
talking or like writing?
When you're writing it, you shouldn't write a lot.
Yeah, sure.
I don't know why I remember it was my 4th grade teacher, but it was. All right, let's get this show on the road. It's a cool spring morning in the Green Hill Zone. And Wait, my camera has frozen. So let's try to fix that, shall we? Technical difficulty. Do 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 do. All right, Stu and Ryan are talking about how nobody likes Tails. Well, my daughter happens to like Tails, so there. I think she likes the Sonic better, so maybe that just proves your point. Anyway, yeah, the camera decided to conk out. I'm trying to get it to reconnect. It's so far not working.
Yeah, everybody knows Sonic, Ryan.
Everybody knows Sonic. Well, my daughter knows it from, we showed her the cartoons because she watches, we let her watch more YouTube than we should, but I don't know, I don't remember how we found it on YouTube. I might have said, hey, you want to watch this cartoon about a really fast hedgehog? And she would have been like, yes, totally. This is not cool. Is anything get pulled out on that end?
I don't think
That's good.
don't think anything did.
Okay, so why is it doing this shit? Okay, getting somewhere here. And Jet Strike, hello Jet Strike. Jet Strike says, "Why do you guys not like Tails? He's one of my favorite characters." When I used to play Sonic 2 a lot with my younger sister, I would be Sonic and she would be Tails, and I would purposely like leave her behind in the dust and stuff like that. And she would say, we would do this thing. She would say, "Someday, Sonic, someday." I would like let him drop into pits with spikes. All right, I have to restart OBS. That's my only hope here. So, stream might be interrupted. You guys might have to refresh, but I'm not sure. Sorry about this. Of course, things always like to go wrong live, but I'll be streaming again probably within a minute. It should be the same stream. I just don't know how it's going to look on your end. You might have to refresh. You might not have to. Okay, here we go.
Okay, we are back. Apologies for that interruption. Basically, a cable decided to crap out in the middle of the stream, and also we have 0 viewers. Woo! Oh, I hope somebody
We got Arturo then.
That was good, Arturo, right? Yes. That's a little joke because sometimes it says nobody's watching, and Arturo is actually here. So we're hoping you're here, Arturo. But yeah, if anybody's
Now there's an
actually...
echo.
There's a bad echo now.
Oh. Okay, sorry about that. When I was refreshing devices and crap, the phone was being used as a microphone accidentally, so I just muted that now. It should be better. Okay, yeah, and the screen is not frozen. So sorry about that, but yeah, the echo should be fixed, and let's continue. All right, we're seeing that he's okay. So Stu really wants me to see that he's fat. Yeah, I guess he's eating a lot of
Well, it's because he just ate.
He just ate a bunch of VHS tapes. Yeah, he probably ate a big hamburger. That's right, Stu. He's patting his stomach. All right, let's go. Let's begin. It's a cool spring morning in the Green Hill Zone, and Sonic and Tails are lying under a palm tree, sleeping as hard as they can. Oh, sleep hard. Sonic is dreaming of receiving the Mobius Prize for being best at everything, while Tails is dreaming of hunting wild chocolate eclairs, armed only with a toothbrush. The two friends were up late the night before watching television. The film Zone Alone was being shown on TVPM, Television Planet Mobius, for the first time, and Sally Acorn had invited everybody to a party to watch it. Sonic and Tails had seen the film before and didn't like it, so they left the party before the film started and spent the rest of the evening eating microwaved snacks and watching monster movies on video on the beach, apparently. They didn't get to sleep until they'd watched their favorite, Mobzilla Fights Outer Space Monsters from Planet Z, twice. Still, they can doze as much as they want. Heroes like them don't have to get up to go to school or work, and they don't have anything special to do today. Everything's quiet, which usually means that Sonic's enemy, Dr. Robotnik, is plotting something. But Sonic and Tails beat him thoroughly last time, and they are pretty sure that he won't be back for a while. Tails grunts and turns over. He's dreaming that a herd of cream eclairs are... What is with him and the eclairs? He's dreaming that a herd of cream eclairs are hiding behind the cosmic washing machine.
From Toe Jam and Earl.
Okay, what I'm getting here is Tails likes mushrooms or other kinds of drugs, and he's wading through strawberry jam to get to them, carrying his trusty toothbrush like a quarterstaff. Sonic isn't dreaming, he's floating halfway between being asleep and waking up. He's warm and comfortable, but there's an annoying noise at that. Now I'll try to catch up on your zillions of messages. And Ryan said, I highly anticipated this, but I already hate the QT writing. Stu says, like I said, almost as sophisticated as Dr. Seuss. Blah, blah, blah. Shouldn't friends be in quotes? Are they really just friends? That movie's like 23% on Rotten Tomatoes. I don't know what you mean by that. Alright, well, yeah, his name is Miles per hour. Miles per hour, get it? Miles per hour. Sorry, what was this sentence? It was, it's an annoying noise at the edge of his hearing. It's sort of a buzzing, roaring, grinding sound, and it won't go away. Imagine that you are Sonic. What would you do? So it's a buzzing, roaring, grinding sound, and it won't go away. What would you do? Do you think you should ignore the rumbling, roll over, and go back to sleep? If you do, turn to section 233. If you think you should get up and wake Tails as well, turn to 78. If you think Sonic should go and investigate the sound on his own, turn to section 114. Alright, let's see. Should Sonic... I mean, he shouldn't just be lazy, right? He's Sonic. He's not lazy.
He can sleep faster because he's Sonic.
Yeah, he sleeps hard. Why doesn't he go... It's probably a bad idea to go and do something on your own, so let's do it. He's supposed to be impulsive, so he's going to investigate on his own in 114. Sound good?
Yeah.
Alright. Tails can wake up later. He's dreaming about eclairs doing strange things, so that's... Yeah, you can't
About hunting them.
He's hunting them with a toothbrush. Ryan says 78. Okay, we didn't choose the option Ryan wanted. Sonic leaps to his feet and dashes towards the source of the sound. There's nothing like a good run to wake you up in the morning, especially if you're a hedgehog. Ahead of him, a group of palm trees shake and sway, then fall to the ground, sliced into matchsticks as a huge yellow machine plows through them. It looks like a bulldozer, except that Sonic has never seen a bulldozer this big before. Its motor coughs out thick clouds of oily smoke. On top of the massive machine is a driver's cab, and Sonic can see someone in there.
I didn't know smoke could be oily.
Oily smoke. Can see someone in there through the looking glass. No, through the mirrored glass. The machine is spraying a black liquid behind it, making a hard, shiny surface that stretches into the distance. The bulldozer accelerates towards some nearby trees, the trees under which Tails is sleeping. Sonic has to save him, but how? Sonic can run back and grab Tails before he's squished flat. Turn to 13. Throw something to wake Tails up. Turn to 243. Let the machine run over Tails and explode.
Don't we lose it? No, I guess you just lose a life, probably.
Let the machine run over to and explore alone. Turn to 186.
Well, that doesn't sound like a good...
Of course, Ryan. I knew... Is Arturo here?
Yeah, Arturo can't be here if he didn't say anything about that.
Alright, so Ryan wants to let Tails get killed.
I think we should... We're Sonic, so we can just run back and grab him.
Stu says, Ryan, I think Mark is channeling Andy Kaufman. What do you mean that this is all a ruse? No, I'm for real here. I'm playing Sonic. Stu wants to let him. I can't let him die, guys. Come on. He's my buddy.
They don't like.
Mission.
Remember, they don't like Tails.
Yeah, but do you want him dead?
Yeah, they do.
Clearly.
I'd say just save him.
All right, I'm gonna.
13.
If we were going for a vote, I guess they would win.
This isn't a democracy.
Not democracy. It's Sonic, baby. Stu said this is one step above reading The Great Gatsby. I could do that if I want. I mean, I actually have my bathroom wallpapered with the pages of The Great Gatsby.
You gotta wait until they make me read that in school. That way I can get.
Yeah, all I have to do is poop a couple of times, and you'll do all your schoolwork.
Yeah.
Look it over pages. Anyway, I'm gonna run back and grab Tails before he's squished flat. I mean, I could throw something, but he's Sonic. Sonic can probably run faster than the item he throws. So let's go to 13. Unless I don't choose speed 5, then suddenly he's not that fast.
Make a roll on it, maybe.
$13. It's a race against the bulldozer, and it has a head start. Sonic hits top speed so fast that he leaves a scorch mark on the grass as he hurtles ahead of the huge yellow machine, dashing in front of it to grab the sleeping fox by his twin tails and drag him out of the way. The bulldozer thunders past, its treads thrashing the ground a mere centimeters from Tails' head. Tails opens one eye. You saved my life again, he says. Thanks, Sonic. You're a true friend.
And Stu unsubscribes.
Because I didn't let Tails die.
He unsubscribed.
Getting a low angle here. Okay. I know, says Sonic, not embarrassed by his friend's praise. Well, Tails is not the most careful of foxes, and Sonic saves him about twice a day, so he's used to being thanked for it. Now the two friends have to work out what to do next. Select one of the choices from the list and turn to that section. Sonic and Tails could chase the bulldozer and attack it, turn to 212. Chase the bulldozer and jump on board, turn to 26. Follow the black road to see where it goes, turn to 107. Or explore the rest of the zone, turn to 170. I say we do one of the first two choices. What do you think, Bob?
So I could attack it or jump on board.
Yeah, I
don't know what the difference really is.
Jump on board would be like, I don't know.
Yeah.
We'd be on it. We could
I guess attack it.
Talk to the guy in it.
I guess attack it means like attack it from outside.
I guess we would do our spin move.
Punch the metal.
Oh, we would do a jump attack that Sonic and Tails can do.
I say jump on board.
I'm going to jump on board. We're going to push the guy out and kill him. That's for trying to kill Tails, you jerk.
I don't think he did it intentionally.
That's not my game over, by the way. So, we had a Sonic fan here a little while ago. Did you guys scare him away? Probably my technical difficulties did. But if you're still here, welcome, Jet Strike. Welcome to the channel, that is. Anyway, jumping onto speeding bulldozers is very dangerous. But yeah, we're Sonic and Tails. So don't try this at home. Sonic and Tails, on the other hand, are professionals. That's what I'm talking about. And they're sitting on the machine's bonnet. You can tell this is not American English. Watching as it destroys more of the Green Hill Zone. I can see why they call it an earth mover, says Tails. Boy, that's some machine. Who calls it an earth mover?
They.
Let's get going, says Sonic. We've got to stop it moving any more earth, or moving at all. The two heroes can head for the driver's cabin at the top of the bulldozer, turn to 204, or for the engine, turn to section 251. Here's Tails doing his thing. Stu says Rob Bob is channeling Foghorn Leghorn. I say what? All right, let's see. Let's go to the driver's cabin. Shall we?
Okay.
We'll talk to the guy or beat him up if he's
beat him up probably.
Probably gonna
probably
kill him
Dr. Robotnik.
right away.
No, probably not.
Probably one of his robots, perhaps. Yeah. He turns innocent creatures into robots, basically.
Seems like it'd be easier just to make a robot,
Probably.
but that's less evil.
It's less evil. Sonic and Tails climb up to the cabin in seconds. Stu says, both of you keep saying, I say, boy. Sonic and Tails climb up to the cabin in seconds. Sonic stares at the mirrored glass that covers the door. Let's see if I can not aim so far downward. There we go, it's a little better. Are you making a plan? Tails asks. No, checking my spikes look smart. Checking my spike. I guess he means like checking that his spikes are looking cool.
He's just trying to look smart. Or yeah.
Yeah. He pushes the door open to reveal a plump figure who stares at Sonic and Tails. It's their friend Chirps the Chicken. Hello,
Ooh.
Chirps the Chicken. There is also a large television set turned to a dead channel. I feel like every paragraph I go to, I have to turn the page for where it continues. Which is like usually an occasional annoyance, but it's like every paragraph in this one. Who are you? What are you doing here? He asks. What do Sonic and Tails do now? Sonic and Tails can grab the bulldozer controls. That seems dangerous. Turn off the television set.
I don't know what that would do.
Is it like mind controlling him or something? Or talk to Chirps. So that's grab the bulldozer's controls at 162, turn off the TV at 285, or talk to Chirps at 85. Anybody in the chat want to throw a suggestion in here? That's not involving killing Tails.
Well, there are no options to kill Tails here.
That's why I'm letting them choose this time.
Yeah.
All right. Stu says turn off the TV.
Okay.
It's obvious. Yeah, it's probably like a mind control thing or something. All right, let's do that. That's probably the best idea. 285. Yeah, I want your input as long as it's not like break the game. We could always try that another time though. You know, it probably wouldn't let you really kill Tails.
He probably wakes up or something.
Then he would hate me for the rest of his life though. Where's the screwdriver?
The screwdriver.
I have to screw again. This arm on this thing always comes loose. All right. So, where the hell were we? Yeah. Here goes Sonic running. Sonic punches the off button on the television set. The screen goes blank and Chirp blinks. Sonic? Tails? He says. Where are we? What's going on? You were driving this bulldozer, building a bypass through the Green Hill Zone, says Tails. Was I? Says Chirp, sounding very confused. The last thing I remember is watching Zone Alone last night. Does everybody watch this? Is it supposed to be like Home Alone? Or the Twilight Zone? Anyway. And there was a commercial for Robotnik Industries, and everything went funny. Oh, I hope I haven't caused too much trouble. Can I go home and have a nice lie down? No, you're going to jail, sorry.
Going to jail for being mind controlled.
Good idea, says Sonic. If you can remember anything else, come and tell us. Chirp nods and flaps out of the cab. Sonic and Tails can search the cab, turn to section 143. They can follow the black road, turn to 107. Or they can explore the rest of the zone, turn to section 170. Stu says beat the crap out of Chirp's chicken, number 271. Nope, sorry, that's not an option. I'm thinking we should search the cab as long as we're here. Seems like we can go back to those other choices like repeatedly, you know, explore the rest of the zone or follow the black road. Let's do that then. 143. Ryan predicted that this would be a double-digit viewer stream, like at the same time.
Well, we have 10 views.
We have 10 views,
which is
but
different.
not quite 10 simultaneous viewers. The two animals search the cab thoroughly. Tails finds 10 gold rings hidden under the driver's seat, and he gives 5 to Sonic. Mark down 5 rings on each character's final statistics. All right, we got some rings. Now we're protected. 5 rings each.
So you should always keep money on you, just in case you get attacked.
Yeah. Trick yourself now. And let's see, Stu says, while you're searching the cab, Robotnik is in the process of murdering Amy Rose the end. Oh, no. Did Amy Rose exist when this book was written? I don't know. This is 93. I don't know when she was introduced. But not in, she was not in the first two Sonic games, I don't think. Probably not the third either. But I only know of her from, like, I don't know, just general pop culture stuff. I mostly played Sonic 1 and 2, and I think a little 3 in Sonic and Knuckles. I don't remember her in any of those. So I wonder if she was invented for the cartoon or what. Maybe the comic.
If only we had that Sonic fan.
Stu says, I think she was in Sonic CD. Okay, I've always heard that was really good, actually, Sonic CD, but I never played it. What was that, Rob?
I said, if only that guy who was watching earlier was still here. He
Oh,
could
yes, you could tell us.
tell us.
Yeah, most people aren't patient when you're like, stream goes out for like 2 minutes.
Yes.
Um, yeah, so Sonic turns the television upside down and sees that it was made by Nick Robot Industries. Nick Robot. Robotnik! He exclaims. I knew he had to be behind this. I mean, you could pretty much, in the world of Sonic the Hedgehog, just assume any bad thing that happens is due to Robotnik.
You don't have to go to a medical school to get a doctorate, Stu.
What are you guys talking about? So Ryan's gonna say what you will, but Robotnik has a doctorate and runs a corporation. Stu says he doesn't have a doctorate. He went to evil medical school. Where were we? Anyway, I was kind of saying, yeah, they don't have to deduce anything. They can just always assume, that Robotnik is behind evil stuff. In any case, Tails stands on the driver's seat. There's a weird new building at the end of the road, he says. Should we investigate? Now the bulldozer is stopped. They can follow the road towards the building, turn to 107, or explore the rest of the zone looking for their friends. Turn to 170. I say we follow the yellow brick road.
Their friends are also probably brainwashed because they were watching the same show, right?
Yeah, maybe this is like in Halloween 3. I know Ryan knows what he's talking about because he likes.
Oh yeah, I know. I've heard you mention that.
Where there's the TV broadcast that tells these kids to put their masks on and it makes their heads like explode or something, and all these bugs and stuff come out of it. Happy Halloween, 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 happy Halloween, Silver Shamrock. It's almost time, kids. All right, I'm not gonna embarrass myself any further. Well, I guess the whole stream is an embarrassment, so it's okay. 107. The road leads through the changed landscape of the Green Hill Zone towards a building on the horizon. It's made of silvery metal with large towers, fortifications, and battlements. On top is a huge satellite dish pointing upwards into the sky. The building has 2 huge open doors, and Sonic and Tails can see animals from around the zone going in and out of the building. They all carry tools or equipment. There's a sign above the door reading, Robotnik Broadcasting Company. We bring Mobius to you. Do Sonic and Tails enter the building? Turn to 193. Stand and watch the animals? Turn to 92. Or explore the zone? Turn to 170. 170 is the same explore the zone choice they're giving me, meaning just get out of here, I guess. Anyway, we do have a picture here if you want to take a look. So that's the Robotnik Broadcasting Company, whatever they called it. And there's the animals doing business around there. Why don't we stand and watch the animals, see what they're up to. Hopefully it'll let us go in after that. 92. Happy, happy Halloween, Halloween, Halloween. I actually started my Halloween stream on Saturday night back in, I think, 2020 with that intro. I played it over like ASCII Halloween animations, and I got a copyright claim because of that song. I don't remember if you guys were there or not, but anyway. Sonic and Tails duck behind a pile of scaffolding poles and watch. The animals coming in and out of the building are behaving very oddly. They stare straight ahead without talking. Even when 2 of them bump into each other, they don't react or say anything at all. They're zombies. It's really eerie. Sonic and Tails must roll on their combined quick wits to beat a 10. Add their quick wits scores together, then roll a die and add that as well. If the total is 10 or more, then they've done it. Turn to 257. If the total is less than 10, they've failed. Turn to 134. Okay, so what's our quick wit stats? Okay, we have Sonic has 2 and Tails has 4. Thankfully, we gave somebody some quick wits. That means we have a 6 to start with, and we need a 4, 5, or 6 to roll a 10.
So it's a 50-50.
There we go. Oh, I shouldn't have shrunk that. All right, we need a 4, 5, or 6. We got a 4. All right, we are quick-witted enough collectively. All right, so we're gonna turn to 257. Good thing we gave somebody some quick wits. I think we're fairly well balanced. All right. There was a squeal of brakes from behind them. Sonic and Tails dive out of the way as a huge forklift truck, driven by a tiny red robot, races forward, grabs the pile of scaffolding poles they were hiding behind, and races away down the road. That was close, exclaims Tails. That was close, exclaims Tails, wiping his forehead. Yes, but now we've got nothing to hide behind, replies Sonic. Should the fearless pair, the dynamic duo, go into the building, turn to 193, or see what's happening in the Green Hill Zone first, turn to 170? I say we go in. What do you think?
Yeah, let's go in.
And hey, Cauldron of Stardust, how's it going? What is this satanic D&D dice? Yeah, this is sometimes on this stream we like to do game books, which are like choose your own adventure games that usually involve dice and character sheets and things. And
And it's Gamebook Day, National.
That's right. I
Gamebook
forgot
Day.
to mention this. Totally by coincidence, today is International Gamebook Day. I'm on a Facebook group about game books, and I just saw like maybe 2 hours ago somebody's post about it being that day. And I was like, oh, it's kind of a funny coincidence that we happen to be playing that today. But yeah, Cauldron, on Saturday night, anything goes. We play board games sometimes, game books, new video games, old video games. It's pretty much whatever we feel like. And yeah, we thought it would be fun to play Sonic the Hedgehog, the game book. One of many game books. There's actually a bunch of them. Anyway, yeah, let's go into the building 193. I have a feeling we're going to have to be very stealthy, or if we ever get caught, we're going to have to do some fighting. So maybe we'll get some combat action in here. By the way, Cauldron, I had a lot of fun chatting with you and those other guys on the Commodore stream last Wednesday. That was awesome. And I have a cool thing in the works for next Wednesday. All right, here's Tails. I think these are just generic drawings. Like, it reminds me of how in the fighting fantasy books they would like sometimes just show like a picture of a sword or a skull. Well, just kind of generic dividers that don't have anything to do with any particular paragraph. So here we have like pictures of like shoes and gloves sometimes, or just Tails doing his thing or whatever. All right, so 193. Inside is a large hallway, gloomy and dark. At the far end is a large square shape that Sonic and Tails can just see. They venture further in. There's a click and the dark shape lights up. It's a television screen with a pattern of whirling dots and twisting shapes on it. And Ryan says, why does Sonic wear gloves? I don't know. It's just a cartoon character thing. I think Mickey Mouse probably started it. White gloves, Disney characters have that. Warner Brothers characters
Cuphead has that.
What's that?
Cuphead
Cuphead has that, yeah. Because Cuphead's kind of imitating the style of old cartoons. Yeah, does Mario have it? I think he does, right?
I think Mario has it.
Anyway, the television screen with a pattern of whirling dots and twisting shapes on it. Tails and Sonic put up their paws to shield their eyes, but there is something about the way the shapes move and the soft music in the background that makes them want to lower their paws, open their eyes, and go out and make new buildings all over the Green Hills. What? Oh, we're being brainwashed.
It's mind control.
Mind controlling us. We're going to be in a bulldozer soon, doing construction. So, Cauldron says Sonic or Tails. I was always a Tails guy. You missed the hate fest against Tails that we had earlier. We had it was our first choice of the game. A bulldozer was about to kill Tails, and these two guys wanted us to choose to let the bulldozer kill him, but I did not agree with them. Anyway, I am a Sonic guy though. I was saying earlier how I used to play a lot of Sonic 2 with my sister. We would play the main game and also the two, the split screen competitive game, and I was pretty much always Sonic and she was Tails. And I would like, enjoy like leaving her in the dust behind and letting her drop into pits and stuff. And there was this phrase she used to repeat. She would say, "Someday, Sonic, someday." She was gonna catch her revenge on me. Let's see, what are we doing here? Yeah, so we have to roll on Sonic's and Tails combined coolness. So coolness is what helps us resist mind control. Apparently, I didn't know that, but it says that means you should add Sonic's coolness to Tails' coolness, then roll a die and add that as well. And we need 8 or more. So if we zoom into the character sheet, we have coolness of 4 and 2, Sonic and Tails respectively. That means we basically need a 2 or higher to roll a total of 8 or more. Alright, let's see. Let's see what we can do. Let's roll the orange die for Tails. I keep shrinking it when I shouldn't. A 6 is rolled. That handily passes the roll. And we are super cool today. Total is 8 or more. They've succeeded. Turned to 179. So far, it's feeling like having a good balance in their attributes was a good idea. Sonic stares at the television. Excuse me. Adjusting the camera. This is always the thing when we're doing Gamebooks live. Sonic stares at the television, feeling his mind whirling like the patterns on the screen, and he knows he must resist. He summons all his energy and leaps into the air, spinning like a dervish and smashes into the TV. It explodes into pieces which shower across the room. That's not conspicuous. Ooer, says Tail. What? Ooer! Try to imagine what that sounds like. Ooer, says Tail. I feel funny. There's a ringing in my ears. That's not your ears, says Sonic. That's your butt. No, says Sonic, who can hear it too. We set off an alarm. Hands up, says a voice behind them. And the two spin around to see their friends Sally Acorn and Porker Harris. Porker Harris? Okay, I don't know. I find that name hilarious. Porker Harris, pointing machine guns at them. Don't move, continues Sally. It's supposed to be a girl's voice, but I'm like, don't move. Now follow us. You told us not to move, complains Tails. Alright, let's check out the chat real quick. Cauldron says Tails is easy to bully. And Ryan said that's why I'm impossible to mind control because he's too cool. And Cauldron says Sonic 2, two-player game stages always had better music than the songs on one player of that stage. I don't remember. I don't know the Sonic lore too well. I mostly played Sonic 1 and 2, a bit of Sonic and Knuckles, and I think Sonic 3. But yeah, people are talking about Amy and Sally. I don't know who these guys are. If I paid more attention to when my daughter watches the cartoon, I might know. But I actually have a comic book that I just randomly got last year for free comic book day of Sonic the Hedgehog. And I saw there was Amy in that one. Porker Harris is my favorite name of a character, at least. Anyway. Shut up and walk, says Porker, waving his gun. Sonic and Tails exchange a confused glance and set off down the corridor. Why are they confused? They know that everybody's being mind controlled, basically. Turn to 264. Alright. Here's a picture of the events that are transpiring, I suppose. I guess we're being led to the fat man himself. And this must be Porker Harris. And that must be Sally Struthers, whatever her name is. After walking down corridors and passing through several heavy doors, Sonic, Tails, and their two guards enter a huge room filled with flashing, humming, beeping machines. It smells of new paint, hot metal, rotten eggs, and the odor of ozone you get when electrical wires aren't connected properly. Doesn't sound safe. In the middle of all this, that's what my Vectrex smells like. No, just kidding. In the middle of all this, standing on a pedestal and surrounded by control screens and keyboards, is the familiar fat figure of Dr. Ivo Robotnik. Is it Ivo or Evo? I know it. In high school there was a kid from the Czech Republic named Evo, and it was spelled like that. And he was a 6'9" basketball player. Just a random tidbit right there. He's just as bald as ever, and his bright orange mustache still looks like he has a squirrel up his nose. But now he's wearing a sash that reads President of Mobius. And Ryan retracted a message. He must have said something foul and nasty about Porker Harris. He took it back at the last minute. Sonic and Tails, ha 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 ha! He laughs and the tips of his mustache wiggle. Welcome to the new planet Mobius, or planet Robotnik as it will soon be known. The mad scientist's mad laughter continues for minutes. Just as Sonic and Tails are getting bored and looking for escape routes. They're like, oh, our life is in danger, but I'm bored. Just as they're getting bored and looking for escape routes, Robotnik stops and looks at them with a serious expression. Of course, he says, you have worked out my dastardly plans, or you'd never have escaped my mind control devices. He pauses for a moment and looks at them again. You have worked out my plans, haven't you? He asks. Yeah, sure, we have. If he's not sure, he shouldn't say that. Anyway, do Sonic and Tails nod or shake their heads? Nod at 197 or shake their heads at 20. Do we want to pretend we don't know his plans? Maybe we really don't know them. I guess we don't know. We just know he wants to mind control
and build a highway.
And build a highway, or maybe he just wants to randomly bulldoze. No, they said there was a black road. So, and Ryan said just shoot them. Just tell Porker to shoot them. Stop talking. Okay.
They're mind controlled.
Well, I'm gonna say we know your plans, you dastardly demon dude.
Okay.
197.
Maybe you should have said no, because then he thinks you're lying. I don't know.
I already chose this one. 197. We know your stupid plans, lies Sonic. We can beat all of them. Why is he lying? I thought we knew it. We figured it out. As I thought, sneers Robotnik. You're too dangerous to stay in the Green Hill Zone. You'd escape and smash all my beautiful new buildings. I have to get rid of you. Guards, remove their shoes and their gloves. No, not those! Gasped Sonic and Tails in unison. Ha ha! Ha 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 ha! Yes, take them off! Sally Acorn and Porker Harris move menacingly towards our heroes. Should Sonic and Tails defend themselves, turn to 129, or let themselves be stripped, turn to 71? So let's see. Cauldron says he wants to build a freeway. That's what he's doing. That's why he's destroying Toontown. And Ryan says villains always talk when they should be killing. I know. Why did it say heard twice? Says Ryan. Where did it say heard? I'm curious. Is there a typo somewhere? It doesn't matter. Let's defend ourselves. I don't think it'll let us kill Porker Harris though and Sally Acorn. Let's try it though. And for 71, Ryan says this is like the deviant art pic that I'm looking at. Cauldron says, why is he stripping their clothes off of this kid friendly? Oh boy. Okay, 129. Yeah, we're not gonna let them take off our clothes and do nasty things to us. We're gonna fight back. If they're mind controlled, they're the enemy as far as I'm concerned. So we can kill Porker Harris and Sally Struthers. Alright, roll on Sonic and Tails combined speed. To beat a 13. Oh my goodness. I gave Tails poor speed, unfortunately. Alright, so that means we need, well, if you look at the character sheets, Sonic has a 5 because we thought that would be appropriate, but we gave Tails a mere 2. So the total is 7, and therefore we need to roll a 6 to add up to 13. Doesn't seem likely to happen. Shall we Shall we do it though? You don't have a choice at this point, right?
Yep.
All right, here we
Gotta do it.
go. Need a 6 to pass this test. And
You
there you
guys,
have it.
thanks. Thank God we have these weighted dice.
Yeah, we got the cheat dice in effect here. All right. So, yeah, we did it. Turn to 271. Thank you, Lucky Dice.
What could he beat a? Could he beat a pig with a machine gun?
They're fast enough to dodge the machine gun bullets. That's my story.
We're in the Matrix.
Yeah. Keep your hands off our gloves, Eggface, yelled Sonic as he and Tails dash across the room. Shoot them! Perforate them! Eggs terminate them! Shouts Robotnik as Porker and Sally open fire with their machine guns. Just keep them away from the white cross on the floor. Aha! Sonic shouts and leaps to the white marker, with Tails an instant behind. They land on it and try to take a step forward, but their shoes are stuck fast to the floor, held down by a sticky liquid. It's a trap! Tails exclaims, stating the obvious. Hey, wait a minute, didn't give me a chance to roll against my quick wits or
Quick
something.
wits.
Yeah, I should have done that. And of course, Tails is stating the obvious. And let's see what you guys are saying. That made me LOL. Good call, Stovetops. Oh, which one was the joke?
What?
I missed it. I missed which joke you said.
I don't remember.
Okay. Rob Bob was. You can. If you still Rob Bob, you can go on
You
Rob
could just call me Rob Bob.
Anyway, it's a trap. That's obvious. Sonic replies, pulling at his feet with his hands. The sticky liquid gets onto his gloves and sticks them fast to his shoes. He's completely stuck now, doubled over, and you can see that poor Tails is an even worse mess. Robotnik laughs madly and pulls a huge switch. A strange device on the ceiling begins to pulse with energy. The two animals can't dodge as the device shoots a beam of pure light straight down at them. Everything disappears apart from a strange noise that goes fazz. Turn to 8. Yeah, I guess it's glue, guys. Gun beats Sonic speed. Well, we were fast enough to
We
not
beat the
get him.
gun. We didn't beat the glue on the floor.
Yeah, it didn't give us a chance to roll on our quick wits. So that's just part of the plot, I guess. Damn! The white light flicks off and Sonic and Tails fall into a bush. They're outside, somewhere. Around them are tall trees blocking out the sun. So I guess this this picture on the left, I thought it wasn't my paragraph for a second, but I guess that's it. And there's actually no other paragraph on the opposing page, so it kind of have to be that. In any case, they're outside somewhere. Around them are tall trees blocking out the sun, flowering plants of vivid colors, and shrubs bearing multicolored fruit. From high in the tree branches comes the constant warbling of birds, and small creatures rustle in the undergrowth. Wow, breathes Tails. Getting out of the bush he landed in and looking around. Where are we, Sonic? The hedgehog carefully climbs out of his bush, as it's a thorn bush, and sniffs the air. It's the jungle zone, he says. I haven't been here before, Tails observes. I have, Tails, Sonic nods. You've got to be careful here. It's a dog-eat-dog world here in the jungle zone. Not a cat-eat-dog world? Tails asks. What are you talking about? Sonic replies. Well, says Tails, foxes are related to dogs, and there's a big cat over there that probably wants to eat me. Bogus, comments Sonic. Coming towards them is the huge face of a ravenous, dagger-fanged war cat. It opens its mouth wide, showing more teeth than most dentists see in their whole lives, and lets out a roar that shakes the trees. Do Sonic and Tails attack the war cat, turn to 227, or run away from it? Turn to 99. Well, if I were to guess in terms of game mechanics, I think it's probably 6 of one, half dozen of the other. Because I figure running away would be our collective speed, which is 7, and maybe fighting would be strength, which is 7. Because we are very balanced. And let's see what you guys say. You had millions of teeth, Stu. Stu said that would run in that case, and Cauldron says beat up the tiger. What do you think, Rob?
I think. I don't know. I
Let's
think you
beat
should
up the
fight it.
tiger. Let's do it. We're gonna beat up the tiger.
If it has millions of teeth, then it's just like laying on a bed of nails. You'll be fine.
That's a good point. Yeah, our weight is distributed across millions of teeth, and there's no problem. Okay. Bear with me again. I'm screwing this arm in. The screw just keeps coming out. That's just the way it is with this thing. All right, 227. Hopefully we don't instantly get killed though. If Sonic and Tails want to avoid becoming hedgehog hors d'oeuvres with a foxy fricassee to follow, they have to fight it. The Warcat has a rating of 10, and Sonic and Tails must use their combined agilities to fight it. If either Sonic or Tails loses a life, cross it off their vital statistics and turn to 8. If they beat the Warcat, turn to 33.
I think that's the first time I've seen hors d'oeuvres actually spelt.
Oh yeah, that's how it's spelled. It's
French.
It's not pronounced. Yeah, it's French. It's not pronounced hors d'oeuvres.
That's how you pronounce it in America.
Yes, that's how I say it. All right. So what are our agilities anyway? I was assuming it would be strength for some reason, but our agility are we're not great in agility. We actually that's probably our
5.
worst. Yeah, it's probably one of our worst. 5 altogether, and it had a 10, so we need a 5 or 6 to win a combat round. And just to reiterate, it's kind of for my own benefit as well. In a round of combat, we would first make our roll. If we make that target, we win. Otherwise, they have a chance with their rating. Their rating is 10, and they have to roll something. I guess I have to flip back to that. Basically, if we don't beat it, they get a chance to hit us. But if we get hit, there's a 50-50 chance of which character it hits, because it's both of us in the battle. So I would roll a die to determine which one. And because we both have rings, that character would just lose their rings, and we would keep going. But if someone without rings gets hit again, they lose a life. So that's how it works, basically. And now yes, it's a total UK thing. They talk about trainers and everything. Let me review that rule section a little bit. I have the basic idea. I just forget how the counter attack works essentially. Okay, so what happens is they have to take their rating and roll a die, the monster that is, or the enemy, and they have to get higher than a 15. I still feel like they're very sloppy with their words and it means 15 or higher, but we could take it at face value for our own benefit. Higher than 15 would mean they would need, because their rating is 10, they would need a 6 to hit us. Alright, so first, let's roll for Sonic and Tails. Their agility combined is 5, and we need 10. Would you like to do the honors of a roll?
Okay. Yeah.
Right in here. 4. That fails by 1, unfortunately. So we missed, or we were not successful. And now, the Warcat needs a, I don't know, should we say they need higher than 15? It said higher than 15.
Yeah, that's what it said.
Higher than 15, so that means they need a 6 to hit us. I will roll the evil-looking die. It's, I think this is called something like Vampire Blood or something like that. It comes from ChessX. If you guys need to get dice for your collection, ChessX has a lot of cool-looking dice. They have a lot of 6-sided dice like this one, which is what I mostly get. They also have the polyhedral dice that people use for D&D and other RPGs and stuff. So here we go. If they get a 6, they hit one of us. They miss. So now it's back to Sonic and Tails. I will roll. Again, we need, what did we say? 5 or 6? 5 or 6, that's right. Sonic and Tails miss. Would you like to roll for the baddie?
Need a.
There it goes.
Where'd it go?
Okay, we might have to get that later. Couldn't have gone farther.
I feel like you probably did. Oh, it's right here.
All right.
Okay.
The Warcat needs a 6. Ooh, they miss. All right, we're just gonna go missing back and forth, I guess. Sonic and Tails. They kill it.
You did it.
We needed a 5 or 6, and we got it. Shrink that down. Okay, so a lot of back and forth, spinning around, dodging each other, all that garbage. And eventually, Sonic and Tails get a nice spin move against his face or something and kill it. And Brian says it's weird that Sonic eats chili dogs if he's friends with a pig. It's a lot of weird stuff like that in cartoons. Like, actually, there's one book that I had it for Rob Bob here, but I think my daughter reads it too now. When he was little, it was Richard Scarry's Busy Town books. There's one page in one book that he has where they're eating all these animals like pigs and stuff are eating a giant pizza, and there's all these strips of bacon all over the pizza, and there's these a couple of the characters are pigs and they're like literally salivating over it. They're about to eat it. Like, what are you guys doing?
You can feed chicken to chickens in real life.
You can feed. I guess so. I guess so. But these are like intelligent humanoid kind of pigs, and they're like, wow, bacon, yummy.
I think there's also like a scene from the DuckTales show where they're eating like a giant turkey or something.
Well, the turkey's not
It's
a
different,
duck.
I guess. But
And Calder said it's weird that I eat people. My best friends are people. That's true. That's true. All right,
no, it's
so
not
anyway.
weird to eat people.
All right, so we beat the War Cat. Go to 33. Okay, so it's not dead per se. Bruised and surprised, the War Cat gives a long howl and disappears into the depths of the jungle. Suddenly, six figures appear from behind trees. Oh, this isn't good. They're dressed in clothes made of leaves, wear large carved wooden masks, and carry spears. They seem impressed by Sonic and Tails and keep their distance. One or two of them keep their spears lowered. It's hard to tell if they're going to attack Sonic and Tails, or if they're afraid the two heroes might attack them. Should Sonic and Tails attack, turn to 81, or show that they're friendly, turn to 298? Well, I think they're on the cover here, for what it's worth. Right, so we got, well, it's really just Robotnik and a flying spear. But the fact that Robotnik's in that scene means he's probably orchestrating it or something. At the same time, though, I don't think it's very Sonic and Tailsy to just like attack first and ask questions later. So yeah, so Stu says be friendly. I think I'm inclined to do that. It could screw us over, but. All right,
But it said that Tails' motto was act first, think later.
kill everything.
But I'd say be friendly.
Tails is like shoot him first. Let God sort him out. 298. We're gonna be friendly, despite Tails' bloodlust. Sonic turns away from the action for a moment and looks out of the page towards you. That's funny. Do you mind explaining how I'm supposed to act friendly towards these guys? He asks. Who are you talking to? Tails asks. The reader answers Sonic. It's a hero thing. You wouldn't understand it yet. He turns back to the natives, smiles at them, and holds out his open paws to show he's not carrying any weapons. One of the natives pushes the two spear carriers out of the way and comes towards Sonic, holding out a single paw. Sonic takes it and shakes it. The leader turns back to the others. See, I told you it was Sonic, he says, but you wouldn't believe me. Hopeless you are, hopeless. He turns back to Sonic and pulls off the wooden mask he is wearing. Underneath it is a face almost as hideous as the mask was, very much like a scruffy pig. He's got big knobbly warts and lumps all over his long, hairy face. He is very, very ugly indeed. Yeah, only Brits would say big knobbly warts. They have all these words like knobbly bobbly wobblies. They probably call certain kinds of shoes, they will call them wobbly blobblies. Alright. You're, says the hedgehog. We're warthogs, says the leader, and you are the great Sonic the Pussycat and Hedgehog. Hedgehog the Pussycat and Sonic the Hedgehog. How do you know about me and Tails? Ah, the leader says, tapping his long hairy nose. We may be primitive dwellers in this tropical rainforest, but we know you to be the greatest megastars on Mobius. Can we invite you to our village for some food? Sonic and Tails follow the warthogs back to their village. They gather in the largest hut, and food is indeed served grass, tree bark, and a few shriveled fruits. Everyone tucks in, although nobody seems to enjoy it much. Sonic feels that they're waiting for him to ask a question. What does he say? Has there been any sign of Dr. Robotnik around here? Turn to 147. Why is your tribe so warlike? Turn to 261. Why is the food so terrible? Turn to 209. Okay, we don't want to ask why the food's terrible. That's just rude and
Yeah.
jerky. But Sonic's got an attitude. Maybe he would say that. No,
They just need their fiber, I guess.
yeah, that's true. We could just ask if there's signs of Robotnik.
Yeah.
All right, 147. Hopefully they're not friends of his, but I don't know about that cover. The cover art might mean they are friends. I like how I keep glancing at these game over paragraphs. I don't want to read it, but obviously there are choices you can make that'll just kill you, apparently. Or end your game. Killing is a strong word for a cartoonish setting, I guess. Dr. Robotnik asked the leader. He pronounces it Der. Oh, Der Robotnik asked the leader. He pronounces it Der. I've never heard of him. That almost seems like I handed him a note or something, right? How would he mispronounce doctor if I'm vocalizing it? Anyway, but you must have. Haven't you seen his broadcasts? No, replies the leader. Unfortunately, there's no electricity out here. I recognized you from a poster. Is it a wanted poster? Oh, says Tails, confused. He can ask why the tribe is so warlike or why the food is so awful. It's not really letting me choose.
You
Otherwise,
should ask them why their food is so terrible.
it's narrowing me down. Ask about the food, you think?
Is their tribe even that warlike?
I don't know. They had spears menacingly, I guess, but
Maybe
it does seem weird to ask
Yeah.
that though. Yeah, they're just they're out in the wild.
They've
ready.
been hunting.
Yeah, could have been hunting or just ready to defend themselves. Well, what do you guys in the peanut gallery?
I think you should ask them why their food is so bad.
Why their food is so bad? Okay. And Cauldron says hate is a strong word. Say dislike. My dad used to tell me that when I said I hated a sports team or something. Yeah, for sure. That's a common parental thing to say. Hey, don't use the word hate. All right. Do you want to ask about the food?
Yes.
See, Bob really wants to say this line that I think will make them hate us, but
They're eating
or
grass,
dislike us.
and they. Oh, there's another bug.
Another bug.
Or whatever.
We gotta go swatting bugs again.
And also it said that no one likes it.
Yeah, that's right. Even the people who are hosting us, I guess. 209. We apologize, the leader says sadly. Since the crocodiles found their glowing rock, they have taken all the fruit, nuts, and berries and keep them for themselves. Crocodiles? Asks Sonic. Yes, a week ago they raided our village. They stand on 2 feet and spoke of a glowing rock they had found, which had given them ideas for taking over the zone. Will you help us fight back and get rid of the glowing rock? Sonic and Tails can agree to help him, turn to 160, or refuse, turn to 2, or ask why the warthogs are so warlike, turn to 261, or whether they have heard of Dr. Robotnik, turn to 147. Ryan says I hate that comment. I guess the hate is a strong word one.
Yes.
I think we should help them. Come on, we're heroes, right?
Yeah.
160. And I think we already went to the Robotnik paragraph, essentially. Like, Der Robotnik?
Maybe he read it before. That's why I said it like that.
Maybe. Wonderful, the leader exclaims. There's no time to waste. We were planning to attack the crocodile stronghold tonight. Do you want to wait until then, or come on a scouting expedition to spy out the stronghold? Do Sonic and Tails go scouting, or wait? Well, let's just go scouting. And Cauldron says, I hated it too when he said that to me. And no, you mean you disliked it too. And Ryan said, of course they're warlike. Sonic already said the jungle was dog eat dog. That's true. All right, let's go scouting. There's no point in waiting around, right?
Yep.
Let's help him out. Act before thinking. Yeah, I think this is what's happening now. We got Sonic and Tails and random tribal people are creeping up to this crocodile gate, apparently. Sonic and Tails are given leafy clothes for camouflage. That will really work. And 5 gold rings each. And then set off with the scouting party. Okay, let's add the 5 gold rings each. If we manage to get 100 on any one character, we get an extra life for that character. But we only have 10. That's a long way to go.
Maybe we'll get more than 5 at once at some point.
Maybe.
Get like 20.
Yeah, it could be, if you do a really, you know, rewarding thing, like if we save this whole village from the crocodile people, we could maybe get, a nice big bonus perhaps. That's what I'm hoping for. All right, let's do this. Let's see. Yeah, we're given 5 gold rings each, then set off with the scouting party. They travel through a thick jungle until the leader motions the group to stop. We are near the stronghold, he says. Sonic and Tails, you look first. Don't get too close. There are guards around. The two creep to the edge of the clearing and peer out. In front of them is a stronghold with walls made of sharpened tree trunks stood on end. There is a large gate firmly closed. Sonic and Tails can climb a tree for a better look, turn to 290. They can watch for a while, turn to 18. They can get close to the gate, turn to 108. Or they can rush to the wall and tunnel under it, turn to 218. Can't we just kill the guards? And Aldrin says, see, my conundrum is whether I should smoke a pipe or a cigar. Obviously, cigar is a better choice, but I don't want to light up a cigar and then you end the stream. I wouldn't end the stream in response to your lighting up, but it could be by sheer luck you missed it again. Usually by the way, just so you know, Aldrin, usually our Saturday night streams are, I won't say marathon affairs, but usually they run about 3 hours. We go from 9:15 to roughly about 12:15. Sometimes I get crazy and let it run even longer. Sometimes we go, finish up earlier. Like if we happen to wrap up this story at about 11:30, for example, we'd probably end it there. But we do usually stream for a while. And sometimes Rob Bob heads to bed at like 11:15, and I continue by myself. But anyway, let's see what we got here. Ryan says 218 and cigar for the choices. Okay, go have your cigar, Cauldron. And Ryan says rush to the wall and tunnel under. That sounds cool. Let's do it.
Okay.
We are Sonic and Tails, right? My daughter actually started playing a Sonic game a little bit. I have to help her quite a bit, but she actually makes Tails move around. She always wants to be Sonic. And when she was a little younger, she would do the thing where she was pretending to play with the controller. She would insist that she was playing as Sonic, even though I was. But eventually, she kind of, it clicked with her that manipulating the controls moves the character on the screen. And she realized when she was playing as Sonic, it was too hard for her. So she said, "How about I be Tails?" With Tails, you can just get knocked around. You have infinite lives as Tails, essentially.
Didn't she also play Castle Crashers?
Uh,
Did you just watch you?
oh yeah, she did play that a little bit. Yeah, she played a little Castle
Yeah.
Crash. All right, 218. Sonic and Tails dash to the wall and dig. Tails is the first one to notice something odd. Hey Sonic, he says, there's water seeping into my hole. How much water? asks his blue friend. Lots, Fox replies glumly. Sonic looks, that's bad, he says. It means there's a lot of water on the other side of the wall. There's no way we can dig under it. The tunnel would turn into mud and collapse. The two heroes can look at the gate, turn to 108, go back to the edge of the clearing and watch and wait, turn to 18 or climb a nearby tree for a better view. Okay, so if you haven't noticed by now, there's a lot of things in this game where you choose a choice, and rather than that, like branching out into multiple more options, it just kind of takes you back to the first set of choices. So in this case, this was just a dead
It's
end.
the illusion of choice.
The illusion of choice, kind of. I mean, there's always some of that in these books, right? Because could you imagine how it would grow exponentially if you had paragraph one let you choose four choices, and each of those four choices branched to four new choices, which would mean 16 altogether. And then if each of those 16 had four more choices,
Yeah, and then it goes to 64,
right,
and then
it would be like just a few choices, and it would take up
it's already
hundreds
in
of
like
paragraphs.
200s.
In any case, let's see in the chat. Cauldron said Tails can be very helpful in the Sonic 2 boss battles. Have Sonic just chill in a safe spot while Tails attacks. Yeah. Stu said, which hole do you mean, Sonic? Yeah, I'm not gonna go there. But yeah, we can look at the gate, go back and watch, climb it. I say climb a tree or go to the gate. I don't want to just stand in the background and watch. We're men of action. We're impulsive. Um, why don't we climb a tree? I'll do that.
Hopefully that sneeze wasn't too loud. I forgot to mute.
Oops. I don't think it was a big deal. 290, we're gonna climb a tree. Yeah, they like to give me this choice of just waiting around stupidly. Who knows? Maybe it's the right choice sometimes. But it doesn't seem like an appealing choice, so we're not gonna do it. Give me a leg up, Sonic asks Tails. Can't Tails just fly and pick up Sonic? He can in the video games.
This isn't the video games.
The young fox obliges, and Sonic reaches down to help his friend climb up. Together they scale the tree until they are at the very top, looking out over the stronghold and the forest beyond. Look, says Tails, there's another wall inside, and water between the two of them. It's a moat, says Sonic, very cunning, and very hard to get past. But there's a drawbridge on the inside. Shame it's raised at the moment. We need to get closer, says Tails. There are plenty of vines around here. Do you think we could swing across them? Swing across on them? There's only one way to find out, replies Sonic, and it'll wait until we're attacking for real this evening. The two friends climb down the tree and rejoin the other scouts. They stand and watch for a while, turn to 18, get closer to the gate, turn to 108, pummel under the wall, no, we're not doing that, or wait for the other warthogs to join them for the attack. Okay, so at this point, we have some knowledge, so we could just wait for the attack, but we could try stand and watch for a while or get closer to the gate. It's kind of interesting that there's two different waiting options. Not really interesting, but more like I wouldn't have written it like that personally. But I guess let's try get closer to the gate. I don't know. I feel like that we have our battle plan sort of based on our recon. Maybe we should just wait for the warthogs.
Yeah, I think you should wait.
Yeah, let's do that. Not the first waiting option, but the last waiting option. But it could be there's more info to learn. I don't know. Get closer to the gate to just fight those crocodile guards.
Yeah, I don't know what you're gonna do there.
All right, let's just wait for the warthogs to attack. That's fine. We'll do that. And Ryan said they really captured the speed of Sonic game with all the waiting options. Yeah, right. Oops. And Stu says Sonic is going to tap his feet in annoyance and talk to the player again. The rest of the warriors will join us soon, says the warthog leader. Shortly, Sonic hears creatures approaching through the twilight, and more warthogs appear. The leader turns to Sonic. You've seen things here, he says. How should we attack? What does Sonic suggest? Climb the trees and swing across on the vine, turn to 87. Climb the walls, turn to 120. Batter down the gate, turn to 249. Or does Sonic try to think of something better to do? I don't know, I guess let's just do climb the trees and swing across the vines.
Like the cover.
Like the what?
Cover.
Like the cover, yeah. That's true. 87. Sonic jumps to a nearby tree and climbs up into the branches. From here he can see the inner wall of the stronghold, and the moat between the two. Several vines hang here and he grabs one before looking down at everyone on the ground below. If it works, he shouts, "Follow me! If it doesn't work, attack the gate!" Giving a huge yell, he jumps off the tree, and the vine swings him over the outer wall, the moat, and the inner wall. With hedgehog-like grace, he leaps. No agility roll, I guess, needed. He leaps from the creeper and lands in the middle of the stronghold. Behind him, warthog warriors start swinging across after him. There are two wooden buildings in the stronghold. One is large and well guarded, with a strange glow coming from its lower windows. It must be the, what do they call it?
The glowing rock.
Glowing rock. That must be it, yeah.
They found uranium.
Yeah, I'm imagining Back to the Future when when Doc Brown stole was it uranium or we stole plutonium from the Libyans, and the Libyans come and track him down in the parking lot of JCPenney. Um, so what do you guys say in here? Stu says I'm a dumbass. Says Sonic. What do you guys think? Chaos Emerald. Yeah. No, we talked about a glowing stone. Yeah, maybe it's a Chaos Emerald ultimately. Where the heck were we? Okay, so that strange glow coming from its lower windows. The other looks like a stockade where prisoners are kept. Crocodile guards are rushing between the two and climbing the walls to fend off attackers. If Sonic saw the crocodiles taking any prisoners and he wants to free them... Oh, that was something I could have checked out earlier, I guess. But I did not see that. Turn to 106. So a lot of modern game books, like when you saw me play Beowulf, I know some of you guys watched that, it would... If there was something like, if Sonic saw, crocodiles, I can't choose that option because I never saw the crocodiles with prisoners, but they would say something like write a symbol or a word, a keyword on your sheet, and that would be what allows you to do that. Take that special action. It would be like very clear cut. But anyway, that's fine. Otherwise, it can attack the large building or rush to the gate and let down the drawbridge. How do you attack the large building person? Anyway, you can attack the large building, turn to 214, or rush to the gate and let them draw, turn to 263. And Stu says 263 is definitely the smart approach. I'm not sure if he's sarcastic or not. Let down the drawbridge, it would be good, yeah. I don't even know what attack the large building, like what, I guess just go fighting random crocodiles in front of it. And Stu said the Zork books are cool. It has options like if you got the wand of relaxation, turn to 34. And then on 34 it says there is no such wand. You are a dirty cheater and you lose a million points. Actually, that, yeah, you know who invented that? That kind of thing was invented by, well, let me think for a moment. I think the original Tunnel and Trolls solo adventure, Buffalo Castle by Rick Loomis, might have something like that. But that happened a lot in Tunnel and Trolls adventures. But the first TNT adventure, Buffalo Castle, is the first known game book, and it's from, I believe, 1975. Yeah, it has something like that too. It's like, this is a paragraph you shouldn't be at. You're cheating. Anyway, let's do the drawbridge option 263. All right, we're gonna kick some crocodile butt. Crocodile Mile. I have trouble getting the low-angled stuff going, working very well. But here we go. The confused crocodiles don't have time to react to the small streak of blue dashes to the inner gate and pulls down the lever that controls the drawbridge. With a crash, it falls into place, and the warthog warriors charge across it and into the stronghold. Turn to 44. And Cauldron said, I turn to page rule 34 when I want to relax with my wand. What did I say, 44? Yes. Not 34. All right, so we have, yeah, I don't, they should have just started the paragraph on the next page. I don't like too much of this, but these are small pages, so I guess they kind of have to do that. The scene inside the stronghold is chaotic. Warthogs rush across the drawbridge to attack the crocodiles. Yeah, that's working well. I think it's working well. But they only have spears. Let me just get this. They only have spears, while the defending reptiles have crossbows that fire overripe fruits at the confused warthogs. Things are getting messy, and the ground covered with peel and pulp, making it slippery. Crocodiles are moving to defend the two buildings inside the stronghold, the large and important-looking fort, and the stockade where the crocodiles keep their prisoners. If Sonic knows that the crocodiles have a prisoner he wants to free, turn to 106, otherwise turn to 214 and attack the fort. Let's see, Stu said it would be funny if it was 34, yeah. And Cauldron says, quick audible. Gonna eat some pasta Alfredo before I have a cigar. Okay. And Stu says, I just ate a bunch of Hershey Kisses and a Snickers. I see you're eating healthy tonight, Stu. Not that I can talk too much. I had some pizza tonight.
Yeah, I had 2 slices of pizza,
And garlic knots.
but I had broccoli, so it's okay.
Yeah, we had some broccoli. Not on the pizza, though. Alright, here's our battle. Look at this. They're throwing watermelons and crap at us. They're shooting it with their crossbows. How do you fire a full-size watermelon with like a hand crossbow kind of a
You gotta modify it, I guess.
It looks like it wouldn't even fit in the weapon itself. But it's a Sonic the Hedgehog game book, right? So let's not get too worried about realism here. Stu says, very tired for some reason, probably should have gone to bed. Ryan says, Stu stays up all night. You're never tired. Stu does stream very late. There was one time recently, probably in the last week, that I think Stu started to stream at like 1 a.m. Am I mistaken, Stu? I was like, wow. I think I saw the announcement after I woke up the next day. I was like, well, usually it's like I see him start a stream at like 11, a little after 11 maybe, and I'm like, oh, I'm about to head to bed, but I could say hi quick.
To watch for like 30 minutes or something.
Yeah. And Cauldron is having broccoli in the pasta Alfredo. I'm a big fan of broccoli too, Cauldron. I was raised with a lot of broccoli with meals. There was one time my great uncle used to visit. He didn't live too far away, but maybe about 40 miles. So he would sometimes stay with us overnight. And one time he stayed a few nights because he was helping us put up wallpaper, and he commented like, I've never seen I've never seen a family eat so much broccoli before. So we had a lot of broccoli going on. Anyway, the fort has battlements on top of it from which crocodiles are raining rotten fruits. Ooh, it's rotten. That's bad. Like this soft and squishy, it wouldn't hurt you as much. It would just smell bad though.
Psychological warfare.
Yeah, it could be psychological. Like when like in Lord of the Rings when they're firing severed heads. And they probably did that in real life too. Catapulting severed heads of people slain. Like you kill somebody's leader and you're like, here's your head. That should demoralize them. Anyway, let's not get that violent in Sonic the Hedgehog. There is a solid door in the front of the building, and most of the guards are concentrating their fire there, keeping the invaders away from it. So that's what they want to protect, the solid door in front of the building. There's a strange greenish glow coming from the windows around the bottom of the building, and it gives Sonic a peculiar prickling feeling all the way down his back. Should Sonic and Tails throw something at crocodiles to distract their attention, turn to 176. Look for another way in, 75, or charge the main door with spin attacks, go to 24. And Stu said, it's too bad you didn't figure out that Princess Mulligan was being molested by the crocodiles. You're not going to get the good ending. And Stu said also, like in Monty Python when they threw cows down on them. Yeah, exactly. So what do we got here? Ryan recommends 24. I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
The direct approach is not bad. I mean, the spin attacks are good. I say we just do it, yeah.
Yep.
They're probably all viable options. Well, let's get direct. Spin attack. We might get, we might get hit by some fruit though. See how that turns out for us. Attack when I shout 3, Sonic says. 3. He didn't even count 3. He just shouted 3. Spinning blue and orange balls hurtle towards the door of the fort, and it explodes into sawdust. That was easy. I thought it was going to be like make a strength roll to get through the door or agility roll to dodge all these fruits.
Haven't been many of those so far.
Yeah, we didn't use strength at all yet, did we?
No.
Interesting. We made Tails like Franken Tails, like he's on steroids or something, but he hasn't gotten to use his maxed out strength, which is kind of bizarre. He's like this little boy. He's like, I'm buff, baby. I'm a buff, baby. And Ryan says, depending on how fast it was going, a watermelon could mess you up. It seriously could, although it was rotten, so at least it would be squishy. But yeah, well, how much is a full-size watermelon? It's could be like 20 pounds or
It's
something.
got a lot of water, so that makes it weigh a lot more, probably.
Exactly, yeah. Yeah, they can vary a lot in size though, and therefore weight. Anyway, Sonic and Tails unwrap themselves and stand in the hallway of the building. There's a staircase leading up and down, and under it is a heap of strange objects with two power-up monitors on top. Oh yeah, Tails grabs them. Look, he shouts, this one's got 10 rings in it, and the other's got, oh wow, a blue power shield, the kind that protects the wearer from one injury. Cool, which one do you want, Sonic? Doesn't really matter who takes what, I guess. I mean, we both have rings, the same amount of rings, and it's kind of arbitrary. Choose who of the two gets the shield and who gets the rings. How many rings did it say? Sorry.
10, I think.
10. Just take a quick peek.
I don't think it really matters.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. Okay, 10 rings, and one guy can get a shield, I guess. All right, so let's write down. We'll just do Sonic gets 10 rings and Tails gets the shield. So Sonic has 20 rings. And Tails has the shield. And Ryan says, can an unladen swallow carry a watermelon? The answer is yes. What is your name? I feel better already, says Sonic. Where to now? Choose whether to go up or down. Okay, there was a staircase we can go up or down. No real clues about which would be better to go, I don't think. Well, I guess if we go up, that's probably where the enemies are throwing the fruit, so maybe we could just take them out. And then the warthogs could, come inside at that point. Hey, Jet is back, he said. Ah, yes, the best Sonic game. Sonic the Interactive Book. Exactly. Not the most commonly played Sonic game, but sometimes we play silly stuff on this stream. And Cauldron says cream in the chat. Okay. Alright, yeah, so, yeah, shall we do up and try to get those guys firing the fruit, perhaps?
Sure.
Let's do it. I love how we're playing a Sonic game when we're, like, getting into, like, battle tactics. Like the armies, basically. Not that it's, like, deep military strategy or anything, but Sonic and Tails rush up the stairs to the roof and find themselves behind 4 crocodiles with crossbows firing at the warthog. Yeah, this is what I'm hoping it would be like, that we would catch them off guard, or that they can't really fire the crossbows close range or something like that. But yeah, sneaking up from behind them sounds good to me. One of the crocs turns around and takes aim at them. Okay, one of them took aim at them. Sonic and Tails must fight the 4 crocodiles, 2 each and in turn. They get the advantage of surprise, so they will use their speed. And the surprised crocodiles have a rating of only 7 each. Okay, so 7 rating, and we're using speed. Unfortunately, Tails sucks at speed. If Sonic or Tails loses a life, cross it off their vital statistics and turn back to 31. If they defeat all the crocs, they find 6 rings here, 3 each. Write them down and head downstairs. Turn to 296. Ryan says, I like the face on that robot. Alright, so we're using speed. And said we're fighting 2 each, right? Is that what it said?
2 each. Yeah.
Yeah, 2 each and in turn. Alright, so it's not a combined battle this time. Meaning, Tails needs a 5 or 6 to hit, essentially. And Sonic only needs a 2 to hit. But, their rating is 7. And that means...
How does it work with 2? With multiple?
Oh, we fight separately. We don't add up their total stats.
Okay.
But I'm thinking, how they can't even hit us, can they? They have a rating of 7, and in the rules, it says when they hit you, they need a 15 altogether, right?
If that's the case, then yeah, they can't.
Actually, it says higher than a 15, so look at this where my thumb is. They have to get higher than a 15, adding 1 die to their rate, so they can't actually hit us.
Wow. Okay.
That seems like an error of some sort.
So we just automatically win.
And the thing is, that can't even, it's not even situational. It's like, not like we got ourselves into a good situation where they can't hit us. It's just kind of hard-coded into the paragraph. They
Are
simply
you
can't.
sure it's not added up?
What's not added up?
There, because you're fighting 2 at a time.
2 each and in turn. I think it's like, I'm not really sure to be honest, but I think, oh, if that was the case, then they'd have 14 and they would always hit. So that seems like also a bug almost.
Well, they wouldn't always hit, but yeah, they'd. Yeah. Okay.
I don't know. Let's see. Why don't we play it as written, except, well, let's play it as written, except if they roll a 6, they hit us.
Okay.
At least so there's some kind of fairness there. All right, let's play it that way. We're trying to be fair. So yeah, but Sonic should have no problem with this. So let's roll Sonic's battles first. He needs a 2 or higher to kill the first crocodile, essentially, and he totally obliterates it. And now we'll do the second crocodile of Sonic, and he totally obliterates it. All right, Tails is up. You want to roll for Tails?
All right.
He needs a 5 or a 6 to kill this crocodile. His first crocodile. 4, he fails. So now I'll roll for the crocodile's counterattack, and we're saying he needs a 6. Okay, he misses.
And
Back
the
to you,
next one.
Tails. 5 or 6. Misses, and the crocodile misses.
1.
Go, Tails, go.
Just keep going. 2.
Misses. Crocodile hits. Ah, Tails.
He loses all of his rings.
That's only because we gave him a fair chance. Actually, he just hits his shield.
Oh yeah, he's got. Wait.
What?
Yeah, we give Tails the shield. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So his shield is gone. Just like in the game, he took a hit. I think Sonic should be able to help at this point, but maybe it's supposed to be simultaneous. Alright, go Tails. Alright, Tails takes out the first crocodile and now attacks the second one. He misses. Second crocodile. Whoop. There goes the die. But he snaps his jaws with his sharp, nasty teeth at Tails and misses. Tails whacks him with his tails and blinds him. He hits. Alright, so he survived, but we lost Tails' shield.
Alright.
And Jet Strike said, man, they said Sonic Adventure 2 is the best game. This is something else. You know what? I'm going to stop trashing this game now. I haven't even played it. It's fine. I mean, we know it's kind of ridiculous, but we're having fun, so that's all that matters. Okay, so yeah, that's that. To defeat all the crocs, they find 6 rings, 3 each. So let's take that. Sonic has 23 rings, and Tails has 13. And we're going to down the stairs now, 296. I'm going to send a complaint to the author. Back in 1993, you wrote this Sonic the Hedgehog gamebook, and I believe I found an error. The crocodile simply cannot harm the dynamic duo as written. You have ruined my gaming experience, and I want a refund immediately. And Cauldron says, what fool said okay, I'm not going to get into that argument about which Sonic game is good. I actually don't know too many Sonic. Actually, I have Sonic Mania. That's a more recent one I got. That's the one I play with my daughter a little bit. I haven't played it too far, though, just like a couple levels. And Jet says, why does the robot look like it's from a Captain Underpants book? I don't know the answer to that. I know Rob Bobbier used to read the Captain Underpants books when he was younger.
A little bit.
The stairs lead to an underground space glowing with an unearthly light. There are hooks all over the walls with crossbows hung on them, although there is no sign of any ammunition. That's because they use fruit. At the far side of the room are 3 things which grab the hero's attention. There's a large machine that looks like the teleporter that sent them here. There's a large Chaos Emerald. And there's a very large crocodile holding the Chaos Emerald.
Is that the glowing rock, I
It
guess?
must be. If crocodiles choose their chief by which of them has the most teeth and the meanest expression, this guy won by a distance. But does he have more teeth than that tiger from before?
Who knows?
Tails nudges Sonic. I say we go for the teleport, he says. Tails' voice. I say we go for the teleport. No way, exclaims Sonic. We've got to get the emerald back. It must be leaking chaos which has made these crocodiles so warlike. Remember what the warthog leader told us? Oh, sorry for a second. My stand had an accident. It's not locked in all the way. There, that's good actually. All right. Sorry about that. Tails nods. So what do we do now? He asks. Good question. If you think the two heroes should attack the crocodile immediately, turn to 153. If you think they should stay out of his range and insult him, turn to 56. If you think they should try being friendly to him, turn to 4. All right. So I don't think we should
insult him.
Should we insult him? Should we say your mother was a hamster and all that stuff? Yeah, I'm inclined to either attack or insult. We've always been attacking. Why don't we just try to insult him this time? We probably have to roll like quick wits or something to insult him properly. We're not too great in quick wits. We could try it. Let's try that. All right, so we're gonna stay out of range and insult his mother. No, we're gonna insult him. That's what it says. We're insulting him. If we insult his mother, Mr. T's gonna step in and say, "Whoa, whoa, you don't talk about mothers like that." And I'll sing the mother song. Mother, there is no other like mother, so treat her right. Hey, Skelly Face, Sonic shouts. We thought warthogs were ugly, but you take the biscuit in the grossness stakes. Yeah, Tails adds. You need something to typo. You need something to give you smoother skin like sandpaper. That's a really good insult there, Tails.
He even made a typo.
He even made a typo in his insult. Or a mask, Sonic taunts. The only way babes would want to be close to skin like yours is if you made it into a bag. Growl, replies the chieftain. Roll on Sonic's and Tails' combined coolness scores to beat a difficulty of 8 to see how angry they have made the chieftain. If they succeed, turn to 112. If they fail, they can attack him 153 or be polite and be friendly instead. Turn to 4. Alright, so we have to roll on coolness. So we have coolness of 4 and 2 respectively between Sonic and Tails, and we just need a 2 or higher, that means, to succeed.
You have to be cool to insult someone.
You have to be cool to insult someone. Yeah, I guess it's like I don't know the difference between coolness and quick wits. Yeah, I could easily see quick wits
Yeah,
being
I
the
think
thing.
that would make more sense.
Anyway, let's see what we got in the chat here. Talking about Sonic games. That's Cauldron and Jet respecting each other's opinions, even though they differ. And Cauldron says, I feel bad for everyone who isn't me right now because I'm about to have some of my mom's pasta Alfredo with broccoli right now. That sounds good. I'm not the hugest Alfredo sauce fan, but I would eat that right now. And Jet Strike says, man, ain't no Sonic and Tails could roast people. Yeah, yeah. You don't get to see that in the video game usually. Anyway, let's make our roll. We need anything but a 1. And we have succeeded. We've totally roasted him. Alright. Then we're going to turn to 112. Sorry, I forgot to resize this. It's difficult for a crocodile to go red in the face, but this one manages it. He looks around for a weapon, but there's nothing nearby, and Sonic and Tails are keeping out of range. Wild with rage, he hurls the Chaos Emerald at them. Sonic catches it. Thank you, he shouts and dives for the teleporter. As he reaches it, he is surrounded by the familiar white light. Tails jumps into the beam a moment later. Faz! Turn to 229. I think we're doing pretty good here. We got a Cass Emerald.
A Chouse Emerald.
Chouse?
Yep.
Okay, 229 in the house. Sonic appears above the largest white bed he's ever seen. Actually, it's a cloud, as he soon realizes when he falls through it. Whoa! He screams as he plummets downwards. Far below him is the ground, but it's getting closer very fast. He's falling towards a large city with tall buildings and high walls. Outside the city, everything is a deserted desert. Nothing stirs out there. Sonic can shout for Tails, turn to 279, roll into a ball to soften the impact of landing, turn to 184, or he can quickly make a parachute out of the leafy clothes Warthog gave him, turn to 60. I don't know, Tails is always able to carry him, though, like, while flying, so I feel like that's a good idea if Tails is nearby. Well, let's see what you guys say in the chat. Something about Cauldron doesn't mind being called a girl or something. Okay. I think I've totally lost this conversation. All right. I don't know. Why don't we call for Tails? What do you think?
Yeah.
Okay. Let's call for Tails. Tails, pick me up, you jerk. No, knowing Sonic, he'd probably say something like, Tails, a little assist, please. Uh-oh. Oh, that didn't work. Game over. No. There is no answer. Sonic looks all around him, but there is no sign of Tails at all. The ground hurtles up. Too fast. Ah, he screams, and just has time to roll himself into a ball. Turn to 184. I guess the leaf parachute might have been the option. The right choice. Sonic hits the ground so fast that he loses all his rings. Ooh, but he doesn't lose a life if he has none. What?
No rings.
Oh, no rings. Oh, it'd be better to not have rings then in this situation.
Well, then you don't. It doesn't matter.
And bounces back up into the air. Ah, he screams as the city rushes up at him again. Turn to 16. Alright, so he's out of ring, which is unfortunate. It takes so long to climb all the way up to 100 rings, and now we're back at square one. But let me erase the rings real quick. He had 23, now he's got nothing. Gotta find some rings. With his speed slowed, Sonic can change the direction he's falling. Below him, he can see what looks like a pool of water on top of a building. Just the thing for a safe landing. He twists in the air and falls towards it. Ah! He screams as he realizes that it's not a pool of water, but a huge sheet of glass. Desperately, he tries to steer away from it, but he's too close. There is a colossal crash as he hits the glass and it shatters into a billion pieces, which fall with him into the room below. There's a party going on in the room, or there was until Sonic dropped in. Nobody was hurt, but all the guests are covered in broken glass. That's not good, and the food is filled with shards and splinters. Sonic pulls himself out of a huge sponge cake and looks up. There's no noise apart from the tinkling of a few final fragments of glass. Everybody in the room is looking at him, and they all seem to be large cats. What should he do? I guess that's this here. Do they have swords?
Yeah, one of them does.
Or that's the glass?
Oh, it's probably glass, yeah.
What should he do? Be cool about it. Turn to 110. You guys in the audience can choose. Be cool about it. Turn to 110. Offer them the Chaos Emerald as a gift? Hell no.
We're not doing that.
Attack the most important looking person there. Turn to 291. And Ryan says that should have read, and he was killed instantly.
Started bleeding out from the glass.
So Ryan and Jet both agree we should be cool about it. All right, let's do that. Let's go to 110. Did we make him very cool? We gave him 4 coolness. That's his second highest stat next to speed, so that's pretty good. Sonic sits up in the sticky cake and wonders how he can bluff his way out of this situation. Equally sticky situation. Roll on coolness to beat a 7. Okay, so we just need a 3 or higher. So the coolness is 4. We need to roll a 7 altogether. He made it. Good going, Sonic. Turn to 171. Now I'm curious if this is perhaps the only playthrough of a Sonic the Hedgehog Gamebook
On YouTube.
on YouTube. Ryan said, "Did I miss it? Did you roll at the start for your stats?" No, you can assign. You have to assign them each for Sonic and Tails. And what you do is you pick 3 top stats essentially. Uh, yeah, that you give the top stat gets a 5, the next one gets a 4, the next gets a 3, and the rest are all 2. So I gave Sonic speed because it seems right, and I decided to make Tails super strong because we both thought that was funny basically. And they're kind of well balanced, like where one is lacking, the other one is good. Probably the weakest stat between them is agility because they're both not great in that area. So Tails has a 2 and Sonic has a 3 in agility. All right, where the heck are we? Cool. I'm glad Calder. Calder's been here a lot lately, and he said he's having a blast. Fun stream, fun chat, good time. That's what it's all about to me. Even if the game is silly and ridiculous, I'm having fun with it. That's the ultimate thing, right? And hopefully everybody here is having fun too.
Yeah.
And Jet Strike said I gotta buy this book. I'm a big Sonic fan. I've never heard of it. Yeah, so these books, there's multiple, by the way. You can Google for Sonic the Hedgehog game books, and these were all printed in the 90s, I believe. So they're not really in print anymore. You kind of have to look around on eBay and stuff like that. But yeah, I found this one, and I was saying earlier it actually cost more than you would think. This one cost me about 30 bucks. But they might not all be expensive. I was kind of looking for this one in particular because it got the best reviews on a review site I was looking at. But they could be hit or miss. I don't know. And it's not like this is like fantastic writing, but it's definitely fun anyway. Anyway, yeah. So the coolness check has passed. Hi there, Sonic grins. This is a most excellent cake. Delicious. My compliments to the chef. It's traditional for people to jump out of cakes at big parties, so I thought I'd do something alternative, like jumping into a cake. Jumping into a cake. It's different. It's hip, and I enjoyed it. And Stu said, "I stepped away for a second. Why did he jump into a cake?"
He crashed through a skylight.
Crashed through the glass ceiling or skylight, basically, and landed into a party with these giant cats who don't look too happy with him, and he happened to land into a cake. So now he's talking his way out of it. "Are you an outcast?" asks an impressively dressed cat person. Sonic is sure that being an outcast is bad. "I'm new," he says. "I've just arrived. I like it here. Great cakes. I think I'll stay a while." Yeah, we teleported into the sky. We went through the teleporter after getting the Chaos Emerald, and we just kind of appeared midair and fell into this cat party. All right, "We'll just perform an immigration ritual we have here," says the impressive cat, then raises his voice. "Guards, grab him!" 2 huge cats grab Sonic by the arm. So much for passing the cool check, I guess. I guess it could have been worse otherwise. 2 huge cats grab Sonic by the arms and haul him out of the cake. The Chaos Emerald drops to the floor, and they pick it up and pass it to the impressive cat. Turn to 69. And Stu says, "Oh no, 69. Uh-oh, 69. Alrighty. 69. The cats rearrange the tables and chairs to make a semicircle. In the middle sits the impressive cat holding the Chaos Emerald, which sparkles and flashes with subdued energy, and Sonic held by the two guards. He's the impressive cat. In the middle sits the impressive cat holding the Chaos Emerald and Sonic, held by the two guards. Fine, sure. The cat strides over to Sonic. I am Galen, High Judge and the Commander of Scrap Brain City. You have broken into our banquet, probably on a mission of destruction, without an invitation, and improperly dressed. You. Next page. Always awkward. You, Sonic, the whatever you are accused of being an outcast spy. We know they have spies in our city because our agents have infiltrated them and tell me their every move. Do you plead innocent or guilty? He stares at Sonic. Well, come on, we're
You
innocent.
need a lawyer,
That's
but
true, we
innocent.
need a lawyer. Yeah, we're innocent and we're entitled to a lawyer. If we cannot afford one, the state will provide one for us. Are we even in America? Probably not.
We have right to trial by due process or
Trial
whatever.
by combat. I say we be innocent. We're not going to just say we're guilty. Come on. Okay. Just some silliness in the chat. And let's go to 7. We're innocent. Better call Saul. I'm innocent. I've only just arrived and I've never heard of the outcast, replies Sonic. A likely story, Galen says. I submit before the court 2 crucial pieces of evidence. One, he holds out the Chaos Emerald. This Chaos Emerald, remarkably similar to the one which powers our own city. This one may be a fake, or it may be genuine, but one thing is certain. It should not be in the possession of this spy. All the cats applaud. Now, the second piece of evidence, continues Galen. I ask you to cast your eyes over to this invading reprobate. What do you see, fellow citizens? There is a certain cat-like appearance to him, but he is blue, and as we all know, only mutants are blue, and all mutants are outcasts here. What is it?
Racist.
Yeah. Guilty as charged. Guards take him. Well, that's not how a trial works. It's not just one guy.
You even get to defend yourself.
Yeah, he just made a rant and nobody else got to speak at all. I didn't get to speak.
You should have objected.
Objection.
Objection, that's racist.
I know. He's like, oh, only mutants are blue. Like, what are you talking about? I'm Sonic the Hedgehog. Damn it, I'm not a mutant. I just have uncanny speed, unlike anybody else. But I'm not a mutant. The cats applaud as the guards drag Sonic from the courtroom down a long corridor to a small cell. I think the Nazis got a better trial at Nuremberg. They hurl him in and slam the door. The cell is bleak. There is a small window with bars on it, a small bed which looks very hard, and the door which is made of steel. Previous prisoners have scratched messages into the stone wall. The outcast will win. Watch out for Galen, he's tricky. I wish I had a get out of jail free card. At the top of the wall is a large sign that reads, Defacing the wall is punishable by death. Jeez. Someone has crossed out defacing the wall and written anything Galen doesn't like underneath it. What should Sonic examine? We can examine the window at 202, the bed at 83, or the door at 29. Ryan made a comment. This was a nice neighborhood until the mutants started moving in. Ryan suggests 87,
Doesn't
83.
probably do all of them.
Look at the bed. Yeah, you can probably do all of them. We can start with the bed, though. That's fine. 87. Sorry, 83. We're both saying the wrong thing. '83. So we're without tails. We need tails. The bed is as uncomfortable as it looks, with only one blanket on it. Suddenly, Sonic realizes the only place to hide anything in this cell would be under the bed. He kneels on the floor and feels around, and yes, there's something under there. He pulls out 3 gold rings. That's good to have because we were ringless. And just like in the video game, if If you get hit without rings, you lose a life. 3 gold rings, write them down, then realize that part of the floor is wobbly, so perhaps something could be hidden under it. Sonic slides under the bed, lifts the loose flagstone, and moves forward to see what is there. Whoa! He's rolling out of control down a stone chute that twists, turns, and bumps him until he's dizzy and bruised. Suddenly, he rockets out of the end of the chute into a small room and into a group of animals who spring back and draw wicked-looking swords ready to attack. Turn to 123. Well, maybe we couldn't investigate everything then, because that was the exit. But how are we supposed to know? And for all we know, the other things might have been completely fruitless choices. Jet says, what is the story here? They're trying to get the Chaos Emeralds. Stu says there literally is no story.
The story is that he's Sonic.
Pretty much. So yeah, Robotnik was trying to build a city, destroying all these laying down a highway. He was mind controlling animals to do the dirty work for him,
turning them into construction workers.
Turning them into construction workers. He went to his broadcast headquarters and stuff. We got teleported into that jungle environment, and we met up with the warthogs. We made friends with them, and we helped them defeat the bad guys, who were the crocodiles. We got the Chaos Emerald from the crocodiles, teleported into the sky, crash landed into the cat party, and basically we're here now. Anyway, 123, this is the one, yeah. Meanwhile, over on the other side of Mobius, Tails is buried up to his waist in a snowdrift. Unfortunately, he's upside down, so his head is in the snow and his feet are waving in the air. A moment ago, he materialized a meter above the snowdrift, and you can work out the rest yourself. The meter is not that far, though. Cauldron says, this is like Sonic written by David Lynch. I have no idea what is happening, but I'm enjoying it. Pretty soon it's going to turn into a racer head. And Ryan says if you had let Tails die like we wanted, this never would have happened. Okay. Oh, where were we? Sonic, he shouts, his voice muffled by snow. Sonic, where are you? He listens for any reply. There's no trace of Sonic's voice. Not surprising since he's in Scrap Brain City. But Tails can hear shouts and the sound of a fight. If you think Tails should burrow into the snow so that fighters can't see him, turn to 240. If you think you should investigate what's happening, turn to 283. If you think you should join the fight, turn to 89.
You should join the fight.
Alright, so let's either join the fight or investigate. Yeah, should we just join the fight? Like, how do you do... That's kind of weird. How do you do one without the other? You would think investigate would mean go towards the fight sounds. But the other choice is just like... You're leap into the fight, I guess, without even looking.
Start punching.
Just start punching before you even see anybody. Why don't we investigate?
Alright.
I feel like there should still be an option to join the fight at that point. And Ryan says, be a coward. Jet Strike says, join the fight. Stu says, I agree, I would hide. Okay. I'm not going to hide.
I would hide, but you shouldn't hide.
Okay, let's see. I'm still saying investigate or fight, probably. I'm going to hit investigate. I feel like investigate should let me join the fight, but at least I could, like, see what's going on first. I would think that's how it should work. I saw a game over and I thought it was my choice, but it's not that one.
It's like the third time that's happened.
Yeah. Who said that? Asks Tails. Who told me to investigate? Sonic, was that you? There's no answer. He turns himself right way up, digs his way out of the snow, and heads off towards the source of the noises. Tails doesn't have far to go until he sees something. He ducks behind another snowbank so that he isn't spotted, and he peers out. There's a group of figures all wearing warm coats and carrying primitive weapons, standing on the edge of the ice field and looking out over the open water, beyond at something large, gray, and metallic, which is bumping its head against the ice. It could be trying to smash the ice to attack the figures, or it could be trapped there. What should Tails do? Tails could keep watching the figures, look for a teleporter device, shout to the small figures, attack the small figures, attack the shape under the ice. So the shape under the ice about to be Sonic? And this is where they meet up again?
Well, Sonic's on like the other side of the world.
I'm not sure how you could just look for a teleport. Like, oh, okay, is there a teleport? Alright, so Ryan says 168, which is attack the shape under the ice. We're just gonna attack things impulsively. Alright, let's do it. attack the shape under the ice. Turn it to 168. And Jet Strike also says 168. Okay, gotta follow the people. That's me. Removing my own sense of responsibility. It's like, oh, they both said it, so I gotta do it.
Being peer pressured.
Peer pressure, exactly. A huge metal shark rears up, smashing through the ice. The monkeys back away. Okay, I guess they were monkeys. The monkeys back away, jabbing at it with their spears, but they're hardly even scratching it. Tails takes a run up and leaps into the attack. He will use his speed to fight the shark. He's not good at speed. It has a rating of 12. Oh, we can't beat that. How would you beat that? You would need to have 6 speed.
You'd have to have 6.
Oh, look at this. But Tails adds 1 point to his roll for each monkey. And there are 4 of them. Okay, so it's possible now. If the shark hits him, roll the die again. On a 1, 2, or 3, Tails loses all his rings. Or if he has no rings left, alive. And I guess the monkeys can get whittled down as well. On a 4, 5, or 6, one of the monkeys is hit and knocked out of the fight. Don't add a point for a beaten monkey. Okay. So, we needed a 12, it said, right? Do you remember?
Yeah. 12.
So
and then plus
basically,
4.
yeah, so we add 4 to our 2 speed as Tails. We gave him a speed of 2.
So,
So he's terrible.
so it's technically possible.
Yeah, we need to roll a 6, but every time we miss, then the shark simply needs, yeah, because his rating is 12, he needs a 3. No, he needs a 4, 5, or 6 actually, because it's higher than 15 in the rule. So he needs a 4, 5, or 6 to hit, and we need a 6. That's basically what it boils down to. But all we need is 1 6 to beat him. Then the problem is if he kills one monkey, we can't beat him anymore. Alright, so let's do it. Would you like to roll for Tails using the special orange Tails die? Go for it, Tails.
If Tails dies, Ryan, then we
6,
lose.
6.
Nope.
Tails misses. Alright, I will roll for the shark with the evil die. So the shark needs, what did I say, 4, 5, 6?
4, 5, 6.
It misses. It rolled a 3.
Okay.
Back to you, Tails. Do it, Tails. Tails and the monkey
5.
missed barely, unfortunately, because he needs a 6. And baby shark comes along. Do 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 do. Misses as
1.
well with a 1.
Okay.
Come on, Tails, you can do it. 6, 6, 6.
I'm gonna roll the dice for longer this time.
If you roll it long and hard, you do roll better.
Nope.
5 is not good enough, though.
But it was close.
The shark hits, but what does it bite? 1, 2, or 3, he bites Tails. 4, 5, or 6, he bites a monkey.
Hope it's Tails.
Yeah, I gotta hope it's Tails. It bites Tails with a 2, so Tails loses his rings.
You didn't need those.
He's got no rings now. And of course, it makes that sound. Ching! Alright, roll again, Tails. Get that 6.
4.
No. Shark. Dun 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 dun. He hits. 1, 2, or 3 is Tails. 4, 5, or 6 is a monkey. He bites Tails, who loses a life. Oh no. Ouch. 2 lives for Tails, and now we go to paragraph 1 to 3, I think. If you had no rings left, he loses a life. Cross it off and turn back to 1, 2, 3. Well, back to 1, 2, 3. Okay, so we're going back to the previous paragraph. Interesting. Now let's shrink this again. Who the who the hell is Porker Harris? No, Tails is
You weren't
alive.
there for that.
He just missed one. He just lost one life. Um, but yeah, so now we have these choices again. You can burrow into the snow, investigate. It's kind of weird that they put it back here. Join the fight.
I think that's just how it works when you die.
Yeah, yeah. So what shall we do? We can hide in the snow this time. Or we could even do investigating. We could even take the same path and try to do the fight again.
I don't think that's very
Probably
likely for us
not.
to win, though.
We could do that. Attack the Wait, what was the shape? Shape under the ice? Okay, you're saying to do the same thing. And Stu wants me to get Tails killed, basically, so you can stop watching. You don't have to watch Stu. Why don't we be a coward this time? We're gonna hide in the snow.
Okay.
240. And let's see. Jet said, but the cats are still the best. They're good in court.
Yeah, they just accuse you and then throw you in jail.
Right, we're gonna hide in the snow like a coward. Because we can't handle that shark. And again, Tails is deciding to talk to us, the readers, who are controlling him, mind controlling him. Who said that? Asks Tails to the thin air. Who told me to dig down further? But he does, until his paws hit something cold and solid, a sheet of solid ice under the snow. He can feel it shaking as something very large hits it, and there is a cracking noise and it splits. The snowbank shakes and falls into the freezing water that wells up from underneath. And Tails finds himself in bright sunlight, sitting on a chunk of ice drifting out to sea, away from the mainland. Tails stands up and looks around. He can see a group of small creatures at the edge of the land. They're wearing... Yes, it's the same situation, essentially.
Okay.
They're wearing thick coats and brandishing weapons at a large shape that moves slowly under the water towards them. Suddenly it surfaces, throwing a huge splash of water into the air, and Tails can see that it is a shark. The sunlight reflecting off the snow may be playing tricks with his eyes, but it looks as if it's made entirely from metal. Does Tails jump back towards the shore, turn to 22, or stay on the ice floe, turn to 103? Let's see. Okay, we have Ryan and Jet Strike recommending 103. Yet Stu said they bet 103 is a game over. It says you are a wimp, game over. You know what? Well, if it's a game over, we can always use the 5-finger bookmark. But let's try it. And it'll be interesting to see if Stu is correct, though. But I don't know. It's kind of hard for me to fight that shark. I mean, I could try again, but it would be unlikely to win. We saw how that went. And Stu is good at this. Well, unfortunately, I lost my bookmark. I forgot to actually put my hand in the 5-finger bookmark. Someone could rewind the stream quickly and find my previous paragraph. Rob Bob is looking it up.
Yep.
I mean, while he's looking it up, let me read you the ending that we got ourselves into.
Did you die?
Yep. The shark doesn't notice the ice floe with his passenger, but the figures on the shore do, and they wave at Tails. Jump, they shout, or it'll melt. Jump! Tails shakes his head. He's made up his mind, and he can't see how much a large chunk of ice could melt so quickly that he couldn't jump off in time. Then, when the ice does melt a few seconds later, very suddenly, Tails is most surprised to be dropped into the freezing water below. Doesn't he just lose a life, though? By the time he stopped being surprised and started swimming up to the surface, the huge shape of the metal shark is already swooping down towards him. There is a single gulp and a robotic burp. And that's that. Game over. All right.
Then the paragraph before this is 2.
Well, Stu told me it was 1, 2,
No,
3.
it doesn't say that. It says 241.
Okay, 1, 2, 3 was when it's the one we got the one we got sent back to after losing the battle. So we'll go to, which one did you say?
241.
All right, we'll go to 241. I'm going to backtrack a little bit. Yeah, I don't know why Tails didn't just fly. That's kind of stupid. All right, so wait, we were not at 241.
Or no, the one above it, I think.
Okay, yeah. Okay.
Which also says 241.
Well, 241 starts here. This is 240 from the previous page.
Ah,
Okay, so I guess Tail's gonna jump back to the shore. Don't got a choice there.
wait, it says 241 above it though.
That's because at the top it tells you the
Ah,
paragraphs that are on
okay,
that page.
okay.
They start on that page. 22.
Okay, I think I'm gonna go now.
Okay.
So
Rob
good
Bob is
night.
checking out. He's got to go to bed.
I'm gonna have like a slice of pizza or something before I
He's
go
gonna
to
have
bed,
some pizza.
and then I'm gonna go to
He
bed.
got to stuff his face. He's got the munchies. All right. Good night, Rob Bob. Thanks for joining. All right. So he is out. He's Tails. He just jumps into the ice water essentially. All right. So we're at 22. There isn't much space for a run jump, but Tails sprints to the edge and jumps off into the air. A gray shape leaps out of the water and the metal shark's jaws clash shut millimeters below his feet. Tails yelps, but manages to land safely on the main ice field as the shark splashes back into the sea. By the way, if anybody who likes this, please hit the like button. I've only got 2 likes so far, it says. But if you don't like it, then don't press the like button. uh, the figures wave to him and cheer. Should Tails look for a teleporter device or attack the shark? 145 or 268? I don't know. Should we just find teleporters? It's like always trying to nudge us to find teleporters. It seems like that's what we're supposed to do. And I don't think we can fight this shark effectively, unfortunately. So let's go to the teleporter. Cool, thanks, Jet, for the 3rd like. Woohoo! What if we like you, but we think the book is shit ass? I don't know. You're the one watching. Why are you watching? 145. Okay, I guess there's no teleport. I kind of thought they were trying to say, hey, there could be a teleporter here. Hint, hint, hint. But it says there's no sign of a teleporter. Suddenly, there is a tremendous crash, and Tails whirls to see that a robot shark has smashed through the ice and has gripped a small monkey in its metal jaws. Does Tails attack the shark or the monkey? I can't attack the monkey. Thank you for the likes, Stu. Alright, I guess I'm gonna go for the shark. Oh, Jet thinks I should attack the monkey? There's no good outcome that could come of that. I mean, the shark's not gonna be like, thank you for fighting those monkeys for me. It's gonna eat me right after that. Orion said attack the monkeys. Join the shark. All this pressure to attack the monkeys. Oh, you want me to take a peek at that paragraph? I'll take a peek, but that's not what I'm officially doing. Uh, okay. Long story short, if you attack the monkeys, you're about to hit them, and then they're like, "Wait, that's Sonic's pal Tails. Hey, Tails, can you help us fight the shark?" And then you have the choice of attacking the shark or looking for a teleporter device. So basically, it's nothing. So that's what my peak yielded. You're just forced to attack this shark, even with my poor odds. So I just have to keep doing that, and if I lose all my lives, that's that. Okay, here we are in 268. Fixing the camera. Tails dashes across the ice, spinning like a gyroscope, and smacks into the side of the shark. This is actually a different paragraph, I think, but it's probably ultimately the same thing. With a metallic roar, it drops the monkey it was holding and turns to snap its huge jaws at the furry fighting fox. Tails will use his speed to fight the shark and has a rating of 12, but Tails can add 1 point for each of the monkeys, etc. Yeah, that part's the same, I guess. Yeah, that's basically it. Yeah, it's not gonna be easy. Cauldron, we can't fight the monkey. When I peeked at that paragraph, it basically all that happened when I was trying to attack the monkeys. It, they told me to fight the shark essentially. They were like, "Hey, it's Sonic's pal Tails," and it's the same thing. And I have no ring. Yep, it just added a little bit of flavor text about dropping the monkey it was holding. All right, so same thing as before. Tails needs a 6 and one hit, and that's it. Here we go. Come on, Tails, get a 6. 2 is not 6. And the shark again hits on 4, 5, or 6. Lost a die. Yeah, I'm using the blue die because my die kind of flew across the room. It misses. Back to you, Tails. Get that 6, 6, 6. Nope. 4, 5, or 6 hits. It misses again. Come on, Tails. You're getting a lot of opportunities here. You gotta do it. No, Tails sucks too hard. And the shark goes chomp, 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 going for the kill. And it misses too. What do you know? Tails is like, oh my god, I can't believe I'm on my, what was it, the 4th roll? I must be a very lucky fox. And I roll a 6 and kill the fucking shark. I'm sorry, I mean the freaking shark. Sorry, Rob Bob leaves, so all the profanity comes out. So Tails pulled it off. Tails pulled it off. So that's it. He won. Turned to 42. He only lost 1 life in the process. We did have a little bit of a cheat there, but not with the combat though, just with that one paragraph. 42. And Stu says boo because Tails won. And Cauldron says yay Tails. Jet Strike says how long are we streaming this for? I'm going off in an hour. I don't know. My schedule, which is a very loose thing, is to stream for 3 hours, which would be ending at 12:15. It's now 11:56 my time. But we'll see if it looks like we're wrapping it up and it's 12:15, I could keep going for a little bit. And probably the absolute latest I would stream until is 1 my time, at which point I would be like, I gotta go to bed. So we'll just play it by ear a little bit, essentially. And let's see, the monkeys crowd around Tails and thank him. You were excellent, they say. You're as good as people say. We wish we could see Sonic in action, too. Well, this is sort of a solo mission, says Tails. You haven't seen Sonic, then? No, says one of the monkeys. We haven't seen much since we woke up this morning. Only the snow and ice everywhere. It's very confusing. What else does Tails ask the monkey? Where are we? 158. Who are you? 274. Have you seen a Chaos Emerald? 216. And Cauldron says, bull, bull, I just lit my cigar. Jet says, I wish Tails killed the monkey and the shark like a badass until he gets all the Chaos Emerald and blows up the world. Okay. All right. Why don't we just ask, where are we? 158, that's a good start. What are you streaming tonight, Stu? Is it a Klingon thing again? I wonder how many streams Stu has done about Klingons altogether. Oh yeah, Cauldron is somebody I met, so to speak, from Meme Meister. Meme Meister is a Scottish dude who does a lot of cool streams of like Commodore and ZX Spectrum and stuff like that. So that's where I know him from. Stu, but yeah, Stu does streams. He's a streaming geek like me. And anyway, the monkeys look at him. This, believe it or not, says one of them, gesturing at the surrounding snow and ice, is the hilltop zone. Snow started falling late last night. When we woke up today, it was like this. We split up to find food, shelter, and other survivors. But now we can't even find the others. Then that shark thing attacked. Will you help us, Mr. Tails? Interrupts the smallest monkey. We're very cold and hungry, and we're fans of you and Sonic. Sonic especially. And I was like, well, now I'm not going to help you. Will Tails agree to help them? Turn to 94. Refuse? Turn to 247. Or ask them if they've seen a Chaos Emerald. I feel like I should ask them if they've seen a Chaos Emerald. Again, this could be like the teleporter thing, though. 247. Ryan wants me to refuse to help them. And Cauldron says Mark W and I are like the only Americans in Mainmeister's chat. That's totally true. It's all these UK people mostly. Anyway, I'm gonna ask for a Chaos Emerald, even though I feel like that's another kind of dead end. But I'm gonna ask. I feel like I could probably go back to that paragraph, possibly. The monkeys shake their head. Nothing odd happened until it started snowing. Tails asks. There have been some odd things now that you mention it, says one. So I guess they just shook their head no about the Chaos Emerald, and now we're moving on with the conversation. A few strange plants have appeared across the zone, and peaceful animals have been going funny, but we didn't think it was important. It could be, Tails says, it could be Chaos from a Chaos Emerald. Does he ask the monkeys where he is, turn to 158, or who they are, 274? Okay, I'm going, let's see, what are you guys saying? Eat one of the monkeys that talk to the other monkeys with the first monkey's tail hanging out of your mouth. Jeff says I upload meme clips. And Ryan says if you like playing card decks, join my Discord. Okay, let's ask who they are, 274. I wonder how many paragraphs we've gone through. I feel like with only 300 paragraphs and multiple paths we should be nearing the end, it almost feels like. But I don't know, maybe not. We're a search party, says one of the monkeys. We're looking for food, shelter, and the other search party. We were also trying to find out what was making all this ice and cold. All in all, he says, sniffing a bit, it hasn't been a good day for us. We've lost our home and we lost our friends. Will you help us? Tails can agree to help, refuse to help, blah blah blah. Sure, let's just go help, I guess. 247. You really want me to refuse to help? Right. Hold on, what was it? 94. Of course I'll help, agrees Tails. Any hero would. That's what I'm talking about. He sets off towards a mountain peak that looms in the distance, with a mighty glacier making a frozen path to its summit. Tails points to it. That's the easiest way up, he says. From the mountaintop we'll get the best view to look for your friends. They set off through the drifting snow and the wind. Meanwhile, back in the warmer climate of Scrap Brain City, Sonic is hot and bothered. He's surrounded by sharp sword points, with three very angry animals holding them. That's what's happening. One is a large badger. The second is a tall bird wearing glasses. And the third is a young dog, almost a puppy, with pointed ears. Sonic notices a pile of papers on the table, titled Secret Outcast Plans, and he realizes that he must have fallen into a meeting of outcast spies. Oh, great. So he's like getting attacked by both sides of this altercation. What's worse is that he knows one of them is an agent for the cats who run the city. Who are you? Asks the badger in a low, slow voice. I used the wrong tone of voice there. A low, slow voice would go like, "Who are you?" What does Sonic reply? I'm Sonic the Hedgehog. Who are you? Or it could make him say, I'm Bart Simpson. Who the hell are you? No, I am nobody in particular, just passing through. I'm a spy for the outcasts. What the hell is up with this plot? I know, Ryan. It's very crazy. Because it involves a lot of like random teleporting and escaping into random places and stuff. It's kind of bizarre. Um, what's the name of this book again? It's called Zone Rangers. Okay. I feel like I'm nobody in particular sounds too evasive, so we should either say I'm Sonic or a spy for the outcasts. I guess I'll just say I'm Sonic. Ryan says to say that I'm a spy for the outcasts, but if these guys are outcasts, they're gonna know I'm lying. They're gonna be like, yeah, we didn't send any spies. What are you talking about? Can't make this stuff up exactly. Just okay. Ryan wants me to do that. No other input, right? 231. Okay, I'll do it. 231. Doing it against my better judgment. Ryan always picks the worst choice. He said, okay. The three creatures study him. I thought I recognized him, says the badger. Okay, sorry about that. I thought I recognized him, says the badger. He's obviously one of us, sent by our leader to give us support and advice. I'm not so sure, number one, says the tall bird. I've never seen him before, and nobody told us he was coming. He could be an informer for Galen. Stuff and nonsense, number two, says the badger. I don't believe that Galen has planted an informer among us. You're just paranoid. I think he looks like Sonic the Hedgehog, pipes up the dog. I forget I'm famous sometimes. Shut up, number three, says the badger. If Sonic tells him that he is indeed Sonic the Hedgehog, turn to 195. If not, roll on his good looks to beat a 5. We didn't really go high on good looks. We got a 2. So we could make that roll. We need a 3 or higher. Or we could just say we're Sonic. What should we do? Use our good looks, I guess, to try to, convince them that we're a friendly spy. Okay, Ryan says 14, which means it's the worst choice again. Yeah, I'll go. That 3 or higher is doable. So far, we've had good luck with the rolling. I guess I don't want to jinx myself, but let's go for it. Okay, we need a 3 or, did I say 3 or higher? Yeah, because good looks is 2 and we need a 5, so 3 or higher. Here goes a 1. All right, so I did jinx it. All right, we're not good looking enough, and they're gonna know that that I'm not a friendly spy. You're right, number two, says the badger. He has the shifty eyes of a secret agent. Hey, says Sonic, watch who you're talking about. And he's rude too, adds the badger. You two subdue him. All this subduing, man. It's funny, these two opposing factions, the cats and the outcast, I wind up getting like subdued by both of them. The bird and the dog advance on Sonic. The badger slips through the door, closing it behind him. Does Sonic point this out, turn to 199, or does he fight to get free? Let's point it out. And Jet says, I wish they made a Sonic game based off the cartoons with chili dogs and the Sonic C segments. I don't know the cartoon too well. My daughter watches it a bit. I know the chili dog obsession, though. Yeah, Robotnik was in it about 2 hours ago, says Stu. That's true. And Ryan says 199. Yeah, let's do that. Hey, that badger just slipped out. I don't know what difference that's going to make, but okay. Yes, trying to convince him that he's the double agent. Your buddy's left, says Sonic, pointing to the door. Number two drops his sword and rushes over. It's locked, he exclaims, and starts coughing and spluttering. Sonic can smell a chemical odor that makes him feel ill. The other two slump to the floor, which suddenly seems like an awfully sensible place to be lying. A dark fog floats over Sonic's eyes, and he passes out. When he comes around, he's lying in a cell with number two and number three. I know what you're thinking, says number two, and you're wrong. There's no way out. We've looked. Never give up, says Sonic. I'm an expert at this. What should he do? He's like always getting kidnapped and trying to escape. Search the cell, ask what the other two are carrying, or bang on the cell door. Alright. Okay, 278. It says Ryan bang on the cell door. I don't want to bang on the cell door. Let's I don't know what you're talking about. It said I knew someone was working for Kath. I don't even remember reading that. Guess I'm getting tired. You think I should have just said I'm Sonic the Hedgehog? Anyway, let's see. Search to sell. Ask what the other two are carrying. I guess we could just search to sell. Yeah, Stu's agreeing to search to sell. Let's do that. Ryan's trying to pick the worst things possible because he wants to see Tails get killed, even though this is actually Sonic. Well, Stu wants to see Tails killed too, but he doesn't want to see Sonic killed, I guess. The cell is like the one Sonic was in before, with a stone floor and one window set too high to see out of. There's a bed made of planks laid on piles of bricks covered with a single blanket. In the middle of the ceiling is a large hook. Nothing is hanging from it, it's just there. Sonic and the others check every stone and brick, but there are no secret ways out of this cell. Sonic can ask what the other two are carrying, turn to 105, or bang on the cell door, turn to 278. Alternatively, if he has decided how he wants to escape, he can try the following. Yeah, I'm gonna get teleported into another random plot line, that's true. So I can try one of the following. I can lasso. Yeah, we should try one of these. I might have to ask what they're carrying if we're gonna rig up one of these things. Lasso the hook in the ceiling if he has a rope. I don't. Make a seesaw catapult with the planks and bricks. Climb up to the window or overpower the guard outside the cell. This is Sonic, not Tails. That's how does Tails get there? I think it's Sonic, right? It is Sonic. It's not. I am gonna actually ask what they're carrying because I feel like that we might be able to actually follow through with that solution with the hook possibly if they have a rope. So where was that option? I don't have that option. Oh, 105. Yeah, that's what Stu's recommending too, to see what they're carrying. I'm like a jerk about it too. I say, turn out your pockets, Sonic demands. The other two do as they're told, and Sonic watches as they produce the contents. What's this? He asks. That's a copy of the key to the city gates, answers number 3. Next to it is a lucky talisman given to me by the chief of the outcasts. You can have both of them. If Sonic wants either or both of these items, write them down on his vital statistics. Is that it? He asks. All right, let's see. We got a what is it? Lucky talisman and key to the city gates. Okay, writing it down. Lucky talisman, key to city gates. No, sorry, no pack of Trojans mentioned in the story. I don't know what you had in mind that Sonic and Tails are going to do later. Um, we were searched before they threw us in here, says number 3. All we have is the clothes we're wearing. No, wait! From around his waist, he unwinds a length of thin rope. I use it as a belt, he explains. And I've got 1 gold ring in my pocket. Take it for good luck. Alright, so we have 4 rings of Sonic. Tails could use 1 ring, really. Sonic already had a few. And we have the rope. So now we can try that escape with the hook. If Sonic should search the cell next, turn to 27. If you should bang on the door, turn to 270. I'll go to 27. This is the same paragraph, right? Yeah, so we're going to go to that option of lasso the hook in the ceiling if he has rope. And Jet says he finds a bag of crack. Let's go to 76. We're going to lasso the hook in the ceiling with rope. Sonic takes the rope, making a loop in one end, and throws it towards the ceiling. After 3 tries, it lands on the hook and Sonic climbs up until he's level with the window. It has bars on it, but he can see out. Can you get out of the window? Shouts number 3. Sonic tries to reach the windowsill, but it's too far. He can't swing the rope enough to get it, and he knows he couldn't jump far enough. Disheartened, he climbs down. I've got an idea, says number 2. Sonic can take his advice, turn to 201, or he can try one of his own plans. Well, the lasso got us to the window, but it's barred. So that's not immediately helpful, but number two has some idea, or we can try one of these plans to build a seesaw catapult from planks and bricks to overpower the guard outside the cell, or to climb the walls. Let's listen to number two. Number two, 201. Two says listen to number two's shit idea. Get it? Number two. Number two takes, sorry, shakes the rope loose. If you can loop the middle of the rope over the hook, you can hold onto the hoop while number three and I pull you up to the window. You'll be able to swing across to it that way. Sonic nods. It doesn't explain how I'll get through the bars on the window, he says, but it's a start. Looping the rope over the hook takes ages, but eventually it slips over. Number two and number three haul on the rope, lifting Sonic up until he's level with the window. He starts to sway the rope slowly at first, and then more and more until finally he grabs the bars on the window. He's there. Turn to 5. Okay. Yeah, he can do a spin move on the bars, maybe. I don't know. That seems too convenient. Number 5 is all the way down here. Sonic is standing on the ledge by the cell window. Outside is the city, bathed in early evening sunlight. But unfortunately, there are strong iron bars in the way. To bend the bars far enough for him to squeeze his hedgehog body through, Sonic must roll on his strength to beat an 8. We did not go very high on strength. We only took strength of 2. And that's our only... Yeah, basically if we make it, we go to 242. If we fail, we have to try something else, but we can't try that same option again. I guess we try it. So because we need a total of 8 and our strength is a mere 2, we need to roll a 6. Too bad Tails isn't with us because we made him a bruiser. Bruiser Tails. Anyway, let's go for the 6. Here we go. 4. No luck. Sonic is not strong enough. Stu says we should urinate out the window. Jet says that he wants to leave, but he's too invested in this non-existing plot. And all right, so now we can't try that trick again. Should he climb the walls of the cell, turn to 222? I'm having trouble envisioning exactly what it's suggesting. Like I'm up at this window now, but I just can't get through the bars. I'm gonna climb up like what, to the ceiling? I can also overpower the guard outside, or give me the rope lasso option. I guess we'll climb the walls of the cell. I don't know. 222. 133. Ryan says 133. Overpower the guard. It's confused. Yeah, it's a little bit weird. You have to assume that it's I don't know. I don't know what you're supposed to assume. Thinks I use the seesaw plank? Yeah, maybe. Should we just try the overpower? I'm gonna try to climb the wall to see what it says, and then if I have no other option, I'll try to overpower the guard, I guess. No, I can't do that till 6. It said like I can't do that trick again. It specifically said I can't do that. I have to try another means because the bar bending didn't work. Give me a leg up, asks Sonic. Number 2 obliges, and Sonic climbs up onto the bird's head. He's still far below the window ledge. Alright, this is just gonna get me to the bar bending place again, I guess. He tries to get enough grip on the bricks to pull himself towards it, but the wall is too slippery and he slides down to the floor. Perhaps, says number 3, if I stood on number 2's head and you stood on my head, you could get close enough to jump. No way, protests number 2. Under no circumstances. You'll just have to think of something else. Okay, Alright, let's try this seesaw catapult thing. Which I think is just gonna get me to the point of bending the bars again, so I don't know. I'll just see what it says though. Just because we haven't tried it. Okay, 182. Sonic grabs the bed and pulls it apart. He makes a... These guards aren't noticing any of this commotion, by the way. He makes a stack of bricks in the middle of the floor. Then he balances the longest plank across the bricks and piles the rest of the planks against the wall. I've never really understood modern art, says number 3, but I'm sure it's very good. What do you call it? I call it cool way out, says Sonic. You two stand on the pile of planks. I stand on the low end of this plank, and when I say 3, you jump onto the raised end of this plank. It'll flick me up and I'll grab the bars. Okay, what am I going to do with this? Alright, the startled animals leap into the air and land on the end of the plank. Stu just blew up. He's not liking the inconsistencies here with this kind of repeated loop that doesn't really keep track of the state of things as you progress. Anyway, the startled animals leap into the air and land on the end of the plank. As they go down, Sonic's end goes up and he's tossed towards the roof. Roll on agility. Try to beat a 7. Blah blah blah. So I need a to beat an agility. I need what did it say, a 7? I need a 4, 5, or 6. Then I made it. Lands neatly on the windows. They are back at 5, and we're not allowed to use that bending bar trick again. So this is all pointless. Basically all I can do is overpower the guard at this point. That's the only thing that's the only option available. These other options are just to get me to paragraph 5 where I can bend the bars and make a strength roll, but I can't do that again because I failed it once. So this could have been written a lot better. And I actually recall this part being mentioned in the review I read as a negative. Like the guy liked it overall, but he said there's like this part where it's like, there's repeated choices that don't make sense when you're like in prison or something like that. And this must be exactly what he was talking about. So yeah, it says I'm not allowed to make the strength roll again. So all I can do is overpower the you can't use what are you talking about? You can't try that trick again. You don't think the bending bars is a trick? Or you mean the seesaw plank? I don't know. I'm just gonna freaking overpower the guard. None of this makes sense. And that's the problem with it. If just it says that trick, how am I supposed to know what that trick means? It doesn't really explain well. But we're overpowering the guards now. Or you think I can just roll 6 in an infinite loop? Well, that would make no sense. Then I might as well just say I passed it. Okay, look, I failed, failed, failed. Okay, I passed it. Like that would be even worse writing. So I'm gonna go with you have to overpower the guard. Alright, there's one problem with overpowering the guard. The solid door between him and Sonic. The Hedgehog hammers on it. A little trap door in it slides open, and an ugly guard peers in. I don't want any trouble from you, says the guard, or I'll show you real trouble. Now shut up. I'm trying to get some sleep. The trap door slides shut. What now? Sonic can attract the guard's attention again. Climb the wall towards the window. Ugh. And it gives me those choices again. Alright. I guess we're gonna get the guard's attention again. It might be good. Nope, that's the wrong paragraph I'm looking at. I saw a thing where you get a bunch of bonuses here. Like, ooh. What can we do, says Sonic. What can we do, says Sonic. If he opens the doors, I might be able to dash past him. He turns to number 2. Pretend you're really ill, he whispers. Number 2 looks at him quizzically, then starts moaning and groaning. Oh, ow, he goes. My stomach, oof, it hurts. There's a rattling sound from the door. What's going on? Demands the ugly guard, appearing in the entrance. You must be fit for your execution, so if you're sick... He steps forward and Sonic darts between his legs and into the corridor, running as fast as he can. He hurtles along corridors and down any stairways that don't lead to dead ends. Finally, he dives through a door to find himself in an alley outside the prison. Go to 91. Okay. 91. The city is darkening as evening falls. There aren't many people around on the streets, but Sonic knows that if he's seen, he'll be captured and thrown into an even more secure cell for some reason. So he must be careful. Should Sonic sneak through the shadows towards the city gates, turn to 154? Should he dash through the streets to the gate as fast as possible, turn to 289? Or should he search for the Chaos Emeralds in the city, turn to... Alright, like, did I know there was Chaos Emerald in the city or something? I don't understand. Alright, why don't we, sorry, your brain melting by now. I don't think I want to dash. I think I'm either going to sneak or search for Chaos Emerald, I guess. Guess we'll search for Chaos Emeralds. Turn to 178. Probably get imprisoned again or something. Sonic scratches his head. Search for 2 Chaos Emeralds in a city this size? He says you're an optimist. His attention is caught by an eerie glow coming from one of the towers. It is taller than the others and not as richly decorated. The strange blue-green light is flooding from the windows and spreading out across the city. There's something peculiar about it, and it gives Sonic an uncomfortable prickling sensation down his spine. He looks out of the page and catches your eye. I take it back, he says. It took me 3 or 4 seconds to find them, but I'm not sure I want to get too close. If you think Sonic should go towards the tower, turn to 34. If he sneaks through the shadows toward the gate, turn to 154, or he can sprint to the gate, 289. I guess we'll go for there's a freaking Chaos Emerald there. It could be a trap, but it is a Chaos Emerald. 34. The streets are quiet at this time of the evening, and Sonic sneaks easily towards the high tower without being noticed. The strange light continues to pour out of its windows, lighting up the whole city. And the longer Sonic watches it, the more uneasy he feels. Suddenly there's a scream from up ahead, and then another. A crowd of people are charging down the street towards Sonic, but they haven't noticed him because something large and ferocious is chasing them. Sonic can't see what it is, but he can hear it howl. The crowd is getting closer, and there is nowhere to hide. He must get out of the way or be trampled. If Sonic sprints in front of the crowd heading towards the gate, turn to 280. This is just funneling me towards those two options again. So, sprint towards the gates or to sneak through the shadows towards the gate. Fine, let's sneak. 154. Sonic reaches the gate. It's a metal barrier with a keyhole on one side. In front of it, 2 guards are talking about the new Chaos Emerald, which Sonic overhears has been linked to the city's power system. If he has a key, I do, he can sneak past the guards and unlock the gate. If not, he must attack the guards. Alright, let's do it. 121. Roll on Sonic's agility to beat a 7 to sneak past the guards. If he makes the roll, turn to 192. If not, turn to 205. Okay, agility is not great. We got a 3 agility, and we need a 7. That means we need to roll a 4, 5, or 6. Alright, he makes it. Cauldron says he misses Tails. Maybe we'll meet up with Tails again soon. Okay, we made the roll. We're using the key. The key turns in the lock. Oop. The key turns in the lock. Sonic pushes hard against the gate, and it opens just far enough for a slim hedgehog to slip out. The desert outside is dark, and Sonic can see the constellations spread out across the sky. Above the horizon, a single bright star winks. In another direction, Sonic can see the faint lights of campfires in the desert dunes. This is so crazy. It's so true that there's no discernible plot. It's like, okay, we found some campers or something now, and Ryan is out. All right, good night, Ryan. Thanks for joining tonight. Should Sonic head for the campfires or follow the start? I might have to call it here. I got all brain drain, and I'm tired. But maybe we'll resume next time. Not next week though, because I'm not available next week. But I'm gonna write down that I was on paragraph 192, and yeah, it's 12:30 here. 15 minutes past our usual run time, so I think it's a good time to call it there. But yeah, normally on the first of the month, I do my Vectrex stream that I call Saturday Night Vectrex in the Dark. However, I'm not available to stream next week, so probably I'm just going to do the Vectrex stream for the second Saturday of September, which means when I resume this one, it might be the third Saturday in September. We'll see. But I'm also doing my new Wednesday stream that I call Way Back Wednesday, in which I play retro video games, and yeah, I'm doing the final round of the Commodore Party next Wednesday, and I have a cool thing that I've been working on that I want to show for that stream. That'll be August 31st. And that's about it. So you can go visit Stu's channel for his more stupidity, as he mentions. And that's it, everyone. Have a good night. See you next time. Take care.